Well, howdy, 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 folks. Keep pounding nation. What's going on this awesome Friday evening? The weekend is here, which means we're only a day away from football. That is Carolina Panthers football. But here we are, back at it for another Carolina Panthers Talk live stream. We got another preview. Week 5 incoming. Blitzball champ Jason Ingram here at Blitzball Champ Gaming. It is Friday night, October 3rd of 2025. Hope everybody's September has been a good month. Hope everybody's doing well. We have entered into October. Week 5 of the Carolina Panthers 2025-26 regular season. And this next game, oof. Yeah. I have mixed feelings. I definitely have mixed feelings. But this could either go really good or really, really bad to even like a lot worse than the current situation. Which the current situation is pretty bad. Let's keep it real. But sad thing is, it can still get worse. It can still get worse. Whew. Yeah. But let's talk about it. This is kind of my opening monologue. Then I'm going to get, hopefully invite some folks. Oh, man. Y'all give me a moment. Y'all just give me a moment. Actually, let me send this in the group. All right. Okay. Back to my opening monologue. So the Carolina Panthers, Week 5, will return home to Bank of America Stadium to take on a team that overall they are 2-6 against, and that is the Miami Dolphins. Yeah, a team that Carolina has not had a lot of good success against. Out of 8 games, they've only beat the Dolphins twice. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. But yeah, Carolina's coming into this with a record of 1-3, which, they're still very much in their division in the NFC South. Enigma, welcome to the stream. I see you. How you doing? How you doing tonight? But it's been rough. It's been so bad that it's gotten to the point where a very famous Panthers podcaster has pretty much shut down his podcast due to how badly how abysmal the Carolina Panthers are doing. And they're about to take on a team that they haven't had a lot of success with over their history. Like I said, 2-6. Uh oh, Enigma's doing good. How about you? I'm doing good. Just glad the weekend's here. Very glad the weekend's here. Just a heads up. I don't know if you saw what I posted. Um, New Blood 24 midnight Eastern Standard Time. So might be on might be on for that a little later. So just a heads up. Let's see. Okay. But yeah, the Dolphins have had Carolina's number over the history of the series between each other. Now, at the same time, I do also believe this is a winnable game, being that both teams are 1-3. Both teams have struggled, but Carolina's struggled for a much longer time than Miami. If we can keep it real. But not only that, we're dealing with a lot of injuries as well. Some key injuries, some very key injuries. But as I said before, I do believe overall this is a winnable game. And the matchup predictor on ESPN is a lot closer than many may think. A lot closer than many may think. But the only thing that I can say is there has to be a serious sense of urgency on Carolina's part to really turn things around. And it has to start this Sunday. And it has to turn into something long term. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over every season, and this franchise is not going to be able to get out of the funk that they've been in over the last handful of years, especially since David Tepper acquired the team. But I'm just really hoping. I'm really hoping it'll work out. But yeah, okay, I invited some folks in. Hopefully they can join for tonight. But yeah, we need to win this game. We need to win this game badly. Like Carolina has to really turn up the heat. And I mean heat as far as like as hot as Coach Canales' seat is right now, if you know what I mean. Because I think it's safe to say that that's the case. But interestingly enough, the ESPN matchup predictor favors Carolina. 50.9% favors Carolina, 48.7% favors Miami. Interesting. And when you really think about it, hey, what's good? Wait, hold on 1 second. I don't. Okay. Okay. Say something.
Another Panthers week, man. Another win. Hopefully.
There we go. Got you loud and clear now. I had to change one of the settings.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh.
Another week.
So Oh, bro, we've been doing this. I think we're going into our third year,
Yeah, man.
since we met.
Yeah,
So we've kind of gotten used to this, and I, I
yeah,
I just have to say, what the heck is going on with this team?
exactly.
Like,
I'm asking the same stuff, buddy.
I mean, when it's so bad that a well-known podcaster shuts it all down, that's not a good look.
Which one?
I'm not sure who it was, but I remember seeing an article. I think somebody had posted it in the Keep Pounding chat that some well-known podcaster decided to end their podcast because the Panthers were doing terrible.
Hmm. Hmm.
So yeah, apparently it's gotten that bad. Oof.
Well, I mean, all I can say is we need to get back on track. You know, it
There,
is what it is.
there has to really be a humongous sense of urgency.
Yeah, absolutely agree.
Also, shout out to Greg Olson, who's been nominated for the NFL Hall of Fame class of 2026. Hope he gets in ASAP.
Mhm.
But it has to start this Sunday, and it has to turn into something long term.
Agreed.
I mean, these one-off victories and then back to mediocrity is just not going to cut it. And
Yep.
and honestly, this matchup, while on paper is a winnable game, still kind of some concerns. So here's a surprise: the ESPN matchup predictor favors Carolina over Miami, just by a little bit.
Say what?
Yeah, you heard right.
There's a shocker.
50.9% in favor of Carolina,
What?
48.7% in favor of Miami.
What is happening right now?
We're in the twilight zone.
Oh my god.
but but yeah, the ESPN matchup predictor actually favors Carolina by a little bit.
That's insane.
Now, the injury report. Oh man, no Chuba Hubbard for this game.
Yeah, I heard a lot about that.
So, Rico Dowdle will start at running back.
I'm not worried about that.
Me neither. Rico Dowdle. I mean, he was somebody that was a starter with Dallas, and we saw what he's been able to do. Uh,
And I heard that British Christensen is going to start.
yes, I believe that is correct.
About
Uh,
freaking time. Took you long enough.
and of course, with Zavala being on IR.
Also, it takes Zavala being on IR to start Brady Christensen. Brady
Apparent,
should have been starting from the get go.
yeah,
Like, what are we doing to where? And the opinion is, oh, we're trying to save Brady Christensen for later on in the year, bro. That's not a valid excuse.
right.
We could have had offensive line solidarity, from game one.
Right. Exactly.
I don't understand.
So, Ter- Tershawn Wharton, he's still out.
Yep.
Jatavion Sanders is out, and even Chow Smith Wade is out. That one hurts. That one,
That's bad.
yeah,
That's bad because we should not sleep on Miami's offense. They have managed to put up 30 some points on one or two teams so far.
right,
So, but these are weak defenses, and we have a weak defense. So we know what's coming.
right,
If New England can put up that kind of pointage, you know, with a Drake May and Tua has two concussions, and that's going to look like the same thing.
right,
I'm concerned. We don't play press coverage. We don't play zone. We don't play man defense. We play a lot of nickel and dime and zone defense. So we're going to get cooked.
yeah,
And without Chow out there, that's a problem.
yeah. That's a big blow. That's a big blow.
It's a big problem.
So, yeah, no Chow Smith Wade, no Jatavion Sanders, no Tershawn Wharton, no Chuba Hubbard.
Right.
Now for Miami, they're also they got a load of injuries as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so for the Dolphins, let's see. Oh, dang it, I just went past it.
Mm-hmm.
So Miami, going to Miami. Oh, here we go. So Cedric Wilson, the wide receiver, he's out.
Mm-hmm.
Cornerback Storm Duck is out. Offensive tackle Liam Etchenberg is out. Um, they got a lot of folks on IR, bro. I mean, not just Tyreek Hill, but their place kicker, Jason Sanders.
Mm.
Another cornerback, Jason Marshall Jr. Like,
Okay.
they got a good number of folks on IR, but of course, we obviously know Tyreek Hill is out.
Yep.
So, I mean, both teams have a lot of injuries.
Yep. I'm looking at it right now, the depth chart.
Yeah,
Um, so without Tyreek Hill, you're going to see Malik Washington in.
yep.
Um,
They still got Jalen Waddle.
they do, yes. Devin Arcane still dangerous as ever.
Darren Waller.
Mm-hmm. I mean, let's not overlook this offense because it's still very dangerous if they can get things moving, and they will against our secondary.
Right.
Without Chow, it's going to be a lot easier. So, on defense, you're seeing Chop Robinson, you're seeing
Bradley
Bradley
Chubb.
Chubb.
Yep.
Yep. Um,
Minka Fitzpatrick at free safety.
yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, familiar name. Rasul Douglas will be filling in for Storm Duck.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
Interesting. They gave him a chance, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now, of course,
Let's.
we struggled with special teams last week, and Malik Washington's on their special teams as a returner, and so is Jalen Waddle as a backup returner. So something to keep in mind.
Let's see Waddle's numbers so far this year. 17 catches, 185 yards, 10.88 average, two touchdowns. He got his two touchdowns against the Patriots and Bills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had a good day against the Patriots as expected because that secondary is terrible, which we couldn't do anything against for some reason.
Right.
Oh man, he has 3,000 yard years with the Miami Dolphins 21, 22, and 23.
Dang.
He had 8 touchdowns in 2022. Yeah, this is a very dangerous wide receiver right here. Waddle.
Right.
13.1 average. But he's got 326 catches for 4,314 yards thus far. From 21 to 25 so far. 22 touchdowns
Mm-hmm.
career. His longest was an 84-yarder.
This is true.
Man. Assuming the rest of these numbers are rushing.
I,
Yeah, rushing. 3 attempts for 26 yards, 8.7 in 2022. But I want to call your attention to the fumbles. He has lost 3 fumbles in the first 2 years.
oof. Oof.
Well, he lost two of the 3 fumbles. He got one of them back. So he has not fumbled in 23 or 24 or this year yet. So it's something to keep an eye on. Um, David Devin Arcane, let's see how you're doing. What do your numbers look like? 50 carries, 246 yards, 4.92, and 1 touchdown. Yikes. That's not something you want to see right there.
Yeah, that's their
This
leading rusher.
when this dude is putting up 99 yards against the Jets defense, yikes. 62 yards against the Bills. Yikes.
Right.
And then 55 yards against the Colts, who have been really, really good right now. Yikes. We've got to really put a lid on Devin Arcade
Yep.
because he will shred us if we don't. He's got 1 touchdown against the Jets so far, but that's it so far this year. And he did fumble it once that game too, but he
Right.
didn't lose it. Let's see what is standing out to me career wise. What can we use? Uh, he got 8 touchdowns in 2023, 6 touchdowns in 2024, and one this year for a total of 15 so far. Mm. That average looks real nice right now. 5.5 for a total of 3 years.
Oh yeah.
Three
That,
fumbles,
that's a good point.
one per year. So he's already had his one fumble for this year, so he's gotten it out of his system. So the main thing is putting a stop to it.
Right. That's a good point.
That's what I'm seeing right now. Let's talk about Darren Waller. What
Oh
do we got with
yes.
Darren
At
Waller?
at tight end, he was
Six
definitely.
six 238 from Georgia Tech. Now remind me, was this during the years that they were doing the triple option offense?
I'm not
Or was
sure.
this the new coach?
I want to say this is the new coach.
Because 8 years, that's right around the time that they switched.
Okay. Yeah, I
Because
think I
I
think he may
believe
be
his
on.
name was Paul that was running that team doing the triple option. And this was when Brent Venables was defensive coordinator for Clemson. So
Oh,
we
okay.
shut that triple option down to negative numbers
Gotcha.
2 years in a row. under Venables, and he's having a heck of a season this year too, as a head coach of Oklahoma right now.
Oh, right on.
So, yeah, show some love to Venables in Oklahoma right now. I love it. Top 10. I'm happy for him. But we're looking at 3 catches, 27 yards, 2 touchdowns so far. And that was against the Jets. He did nothing against the Bills, Patriots, or Colts. So is this dude playing or what's going on with Darren Waller?
Yeah, he should be playing.
Then why was he not used during those 3 games? Those first 3 games.
Um,
And barely used during the Jets game.
so he was out the first 3 games with a hip strain.
That explains it. Okay. So they're taking it slow. They're trying to feed him the ball again a little bit
Yeah, pretty much
gradually.
this is pretty much like his first game back since like
Yeah.
January of last year.
Okay. So you might see 4 catches go his direction today on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. 4 catches go his direction. We'll see how that goes. You shouldn't expect anything bigger than this stat line here.
Well,
What I'm concerned about is the touchdowns.
yeah, one of the things they mention is, part of Miami's, circumstance of, adjusting without Tyreek Hill, who was their main
Mm-hmm.
top guy, is now they have to really lean more on Jalen Waddle, on Darren Waller, on
Mm-hmm.
Devin Arcane or Archon, however you say his name,
Arcane,
Arcane.
I think is how you say it.
Oh, okay.
I could be
Um,
wrong though.
but yeah, so they're gonna have to really rely more on those three as probably their three main weapons on offense. Um, which are definitely threats. Definitely threats. I know Darren Waller is getting back into the mix of things, but it's funny because
Wow. His 2020 stat line is disgusting. 107 catches, 1,196 yards, 11.2 average, 9 touchdowns
hmm
for the Raiders.
yeah,
That was when he was with the Raiders.
right.
Ooh, do not sleep on this dude.
Because it's interesting because the dude, remember, he retired for I think 2023 and then came back, then
Yeah.
came out of retirement. So yeah, it's been interesting with Mr. Darren Waller, but he'll be playing the Sunday, so
Mm-hmm.
at that tight end position. Um, the interesting thing, because we mentioned Devon Arcane, uh,
Mm-hmm.
he had quite a pretty decent rookie season when he was backing up Raheem Mostert.
Yep.
Because even though Mostert had 1,000 yards rushing, Arcane still put up 800 yards rushing.
Mm-hmm.
So this is definitely a running back we gotta definitely lock in on, and he's somebody that has given us problems before. Is actually the last time we played Miami, because if you remember, we went up 14-0, but then they just, I don't know what
They
happened,
went off.
but they just went off for the next like 4 or 5 drives. It was
Mm-hmm.
crazy. So I
They
mean,
went over 100 yards.
yeah, and even though on paper, like I said, this is a very winnable game, being that both teams are struggling or whatnot, we
Mm-hmm.
have to remember that we are 2-6 against the Miami Dolphins in the entire series. They've
Correct.
they've had our number. They've had our number. So hopefully we can break that trend this Sunday.
Agreed.
Now, Ooh, here's another thing with Arcane.
Mm-hmm.
So in the Jets game, he forced 7 missed tackles, finished with
Ooh.
77 yards and a touchdown on 12 outside rushes, and nearly all of his rushing production came out of two back sets, 14 of 20 carries and 88 of 99 rushing yards.
Mm.
Um, it also says that Arcane also gives Dolphins an option in the short passing game, which he has 143 yards and 2 touchdowns on 19 receptions. So he's somebody that could come out of the backfield in the passing game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Not only that, it's helped out Tua as far as decreasing opportunities for him to like run the ball or scramble, because I mean we all know he's had a bad string of
Mm-hmm.
concussions. So yeah, that's big. But here's a big stat, a big area that Carolina needs to seriously expose out of Miami. Check this out. So 4 games in,
Mm-hmm.
the Dolphins' total defense is ranked 26.
Oh,
They have allowed an average of 378.8 yards per game, including the 404 that they gave up against the Jets.
mm.
And, we were talking about running the ball. They are ranked 30th in rushing defense, giving up.
Ooh.
They gave up 158 yards per game on the ground, including 197 rushing yards to the Jets.
Wow. Well, that explains part of what Andy Dalton said today in his response to a question about play calling.
Right.
So he said we need to run these plays more. More successful plays.
Yeah. So this is an area that they really got to be on point with getting Rico Dowdle and heck, even getting Trevor Etienne involved in that run game.
Mm-hmm.
Now here's the kicker. While Miami for the first 3 games couldn't get a single takeaway, they were able to force 3 against the Jets, resulting in 14 points off of turnovers. Not only that, they have 8.
Three?
Yeah, yeah, 3.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So after not having any takeaways their first 3 games, they were able to force 3 in that Jets game just
Oh,
recently.
that's not good.
So not only that, the defense had 2 sacks, and the defense has 8 sacks total for the season.
Mm.
And of course, Carolina only has 2. So
Where do they rank in the entire NFL on
on sacks,
that? Mm-hmm.
you know what? Let's find out.
Because that just became very relevant. That number stands out to me. Because you look at our offensive line and how much we've been struggling on that offensive line, they might get 2 on us.
So,
That's a
le-
concern.
so leaders in sacks. They are ranked um let's see, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 22. They're ranked 22.
22?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see that list.
And of course, hate to say it, but we're at the dead bottom uh
Oh, of course.
with
Which one were you looking at?
uh so I went to ESPN's NFL team passing defense stats, and I organized the sack column.
Let's see. Oh.
Keep pounding USA. Welcome to the stream. He says, "What's up and what happened last game? What did we watch? That was an embarrassment." Yeah, a great
Yeah.
embarrassment. Yeah, it was bad. They didn't show up. They did not show up. Like honestly,
Sure.
it was a mess. Keep pounding USA. It was a mess.
Okay. Wing statistics.
Right now, the Rams and the Broncos are tied at the top with 15 sacks.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's where I want to. That's what I want to know. Is like how far away they were from the leaders. Okay, noted.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to look at. Which teams still don't have one besides us?
Uh, that still don't have sacks.
Yeah.
I mean, we have. I mean, we only have two. Um, the Ravens and Titans they only have four.
Okay, that's where
Um,
we are.
yeah.
That's how far we have to go until we catch them. Got it.
You know what's crazy though? Guess
Mm.
what? Guess what team leads the league in interceptions?
I was going to say probably the Jets.
Nope. Try one more time.
Dolphins, huh?
Nope. It's actually the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Huh?
That team has 9 interceptions.
9?
9.
That's wild.
Very.
I would have never guessed that.
Yep. They have nine.
Impressive.
They have 9 interceptions. As a matter of fact, the top three teams is Jacksonville at the top,
Mm-hmm.
Chicago and Seattle to follow.
I could see Chicago and Seattle. They've
Yeah.
been playing really good defense lately.
Yeah, they both have 7 interceptions.
Jacksonville,
Yeah, Jacksonville
that's the surprise.
leads the league.
Um, hmm, hmm. Okay. Let's see. Shout out Isaiah. He says if we're in the top 5 of the draft again, clean slate, every coach gone. That means all our progress from last year is gone. If we do that, that means Tepper has dipped his hand in the cookie jar again. You cannot have that happen. I'm telling you right now, you cannot have that happen.
I
He's gotten his
mean,
feet wet way too doggone many times, and it has not ended well.
not to mention, I don't think a lot of fans want to go through a whole house cleaning for like what, the third, fourth, fifth time?
Every single time Tepper touches this team, it goes regressing. It goes into a regression
Yeah.
every single time.
It's, it's got
Do
a
you
brother
really want
nurse.
that? Do you really want that again? It's like he's a freaking bad luck charm on this organization or something. I don't know. But we cannot have that again. Now, I like what Dave has installed in the first year. You know, um, I like Dan Morgan. Dan Morgan needs to stay. Dan
Yeah.
has done everything he has been asked to do. Everybody in that front office needs to stay.
Besides, this is only his first full year as a GM, right? Because before he was assistant GM.
And he did a fantastic job. I give him an A plus for free agency and the draft for both years. Excellent job, Dan. You killed it. We're using every single one of these players, and we're getting our money's worth.
Yeah, thankfully we're getting more of like, the current, between this draft class and last year's draft class. Because I mean, if you go way back to 2022, like
Mm-hmm.
there's only like maybe about four people left from that, like between that and 2023, still even on this team. So
We
it's
just cut DJ Johnson this week.
yeah, and that's another one down. So I mean, they're making changes, and I get that and what, but
That's bro. He should have been gone last year. He
yeah,
should not have made our 53 this year. I've said that many times on VOD. Y'all can go check it if you don't believe me, or if you're new here. But yeah, that's not enough. Dave Canales, that is not enough. I could go into an entire thing right now, but we need to focus on finishing out this whole um, evaluation of their roster, so we know our enemy.
um,
But
keep pounding USA says Dan didn't get a linebacker, and most of the players he drafted ain't all that. Can you elaborate because
we got a linebacker in free agency. What do you mean?
because Tet McMillan has worked out.
Yep.
Princely, he just needs to be used more, but Princely has done a little something something. Lathan Ransom has done a little something something. Mitchell Evans just recently got his first touchdown,
Mm-hmm.
and Jimmy Horn Jr. is about to debut.
Yep. Every
So
one of them has done something, and Travis Etienne has been punt returning.
so I mean, I don't know if I would.
Every one of them's been used.
I don't know what I don't know if I would jump to that conclusion just yet. Keep pounding USA. Not just yet.
No.
I wouldn't
Mm-mm.
say that. I wouldn't say that.
Although I am kind of looking at Nick Scorton like you need to pick up the pace because this is not it.
Yeah. He says Roseboom is trash. Yeah, that is
Yep.
true.
Agreed.
That is very true.
Yep. Um, Injured Hill and Chuba. Tom Brady 12 says. By the way, congrats on that win, New England. You guys earned it. Although Drake May, Drake May, you know what you did. You know
Yeah.
what you did. That was not acceptable. If he had come out in a press conference and said, "Okay, I'm a fan of the Panthers. I just want to show respect to Cam Newton. Would y'all be cool if I did the Superman? To show some love to Cam Newton. And score the same way that Bryce did. To show my love to you guys. I'd be like, yeah, sure, go for it, bro. You got my approval, and you would have Cam's approval too. You know, but for him to just like randomly do that after they had scored like 20 some points on us was just like a mark of death on this team. It was like a big middle finger to this team. And it's like, really? Really, Drake May?
Yeah.
That's what pissed me off. I
Keep
Don't
pounding
make me not
USA.
like you, man.
He also says that's the one that Dan picked up in free agency. I mean, yeah, Christian Roseboom hasn't been working out
You're
for
bound
us.
to have one bust out of every 10 to 20 players that you get.
I
It's going to
mean,
happen, whether it be in free agency or the draft. One out of every like 30, I'll say. So he made a mistake with Rose Bloom. So what?
and
How
it's
many other good things has he done though?
and it's like I said, as far as the other players drafted, I mean, most of them, haven't really been getting used. Well, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
one, due to injuries. I mean, and two, just with how they're handling the personnel. So
Right.
that's why I can't say that the players that were drafted aren't all that. That it's
No, they've got
not
the talent.
not enough has been shown to really come to that conclusion. I don't think that's really a fair assessment. But that's just
Agreed.
that. But that's just me. That's just me.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Blitz. Like these guys have the talent. They've shown it. Um, even Nick Scorton that I'm throwing under the bus at the moment has the talent. He just has to show it. And like I said, you're bound to have one bust in every 30 players that you
Yeah.
pick up.
I mean, you
Okay,
gotta.
so what are you going to do about it?
I mean, you gotta also remember, keep pounding USA. It took Dave Canales happened to, say, hey, play the young guys. Just keep that in mind. Keep that in
Yeah,
mind.
and that's why we've had so much trouble is because Dave Canales is just not using the personnel correctly. It's like every coach that has come through here has not used his players correctly. We couldn't figure out what to do with Jeremy Chin. We didn't know what to do with Frankie Louvu.
Hmm.
The list goes on and on and on and on and on. This has got to stop. We have got to start using these players correctly.
Yeah.
This is why we keep cycling through coaches because nobody seems to know how to do it.
Not not
Like,
not to mention, what do y'all expect? Our base defense is 3-4. What did y'all expect was gonna happen?
exactly. Even Luke Kuechly struggled in the 3-4.
Yep.
If that doesn't give you a significant sign that you need to stop using the 3-4, I don't know what does.
Yep.
It's not working.
But
So, what's up, Marcos Cash? Shout out to you. But yeah, we have got to start using these guys correctly.
yeah.
Otherwise, what are we paying them for? Because it's a constant cycle of let's draft these players, let's sign these players, rah 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 rah. Let's get involved with them. Let's buy their jersey. Let's get excited about them. More hype videos about them. More press conferences about them. Okay, they get on the field and wah wah wah. So we get rid of them, and guess what? They become Pro Bowlers for another team the very next year
Yeah.
that we get rid of them.
Also, there was an article.
Constant cycle.
There is an article on the Panthers website talking about how J.C. Horn is pushing himself to be more vocal on the field and sidelines. Um, he wants to help lead the defense, and I'm like, JC, just do it. Just do it.
Stop talking about it and do it.
Like, there's a reason why you're tendered as one of our best defensive players. There's a reason why you got the pay
Mm-hmm.
bump that you got. Like, dude, step into that role and do so. Like,
How many times I got to say this? Stop talking about it and be about it.
just be about it.
Right.
I mean, you got to remember when Luke Kuechly came in, even as a
Stop
rookie.
wasting our time and do something.
When Luke came in as a rookie, I mean, what they put him middle linebacker and whatnot. Yeah, he was kind of
Yeah.
having to compete with like the John Beesons and the Thomas
Mm-hmm.
Davis, but what did they do? They put him in the middle, and guess what? He got an opportunity to do. Call the plays. I
Yep.
mean,
And once he started learning the plays, that's when it became a major problem for offenses.
yeah. So JC, do it, dude. I mean, do it. Like, you see stuff, call it out.
Exactly.
Like,
Anybody that sees anything that's relevant on that defense, call it out.
yeah,
Same with the offense. If you see something, call it out. It doesn't have to be a veteran player to call something out.
exactly.
Shoot, Chuba Hubbard doesn't even have to be a leader on this offense, and he's calling stuff out.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro, like, shoot, Jalen Coker wasn't even a number one wide receiver at that point, and he was calling stuff out.
hey, it
Like I
even
said, it's
it even goes as far back as Brenson Buckner
yeah,
occasionally calling stuff out, and he was on the D line.
yeah, yeah. Ryan Khalil, center.
Ryan Khalil,
Mm-hmm.
many would say the best center
The
that's ever
anchor
played for
of the
the.
offensive line.
Yeah, one many may say the best center that's ever played for this franchise.
Yep. Arguably top 10 in the NFL,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
consistently.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You ever notice as soon as he left, everything was chaos?
Yep.
We couldn't get lined up correctly. We weren't signal calling correctly. We had no idea where these lanes were. We were false starting a lot. It's like this man was the only one responsible for making sure everybody was lined up right, making sure everybody was doing what they were supposed to do. And then, okay, what's your blocking assignment?
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
he literally asked everybody, what's your blocking assignment?
yeah. I mean, there's a reason why the dude was a five-time Pro Bowler
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
a two-time All Pro. Like,
And he held him accountable too. He said, when you don't do your job, this quarterback is on his butt. He held them all accountable. And he said, block, do your job. You have one job, block.
yep.
I don't need to be a lip reader to figure that out. I was watching him the entire 14 and 15 year.
And the crazy thing is, like, out of all 155 games that he's played, there was only 3 out of that he didn't start. The
Yep.
rest that he started.
Yep. He went up to the Jets, and then the second he heard about Aaron Rodgers coming through New York, that's when he retired. He was like, nope, I'm not retired. No, I'm not blocking for this dude. No, no, heck no. Not only no, but heck no.
Yeah.
This dude should be retired. Why am I blocking for an old fart in the NFL?
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I know that it was noted that his strong suit was run blocking, but let's not act like the dude didn't know how to pass block.
Right. One of the best in the league for a number of years
Yeah.
in pass
And
blocking.
and unfortunately, we haven't had a presence like that. Like I said, Cade Mays, I like Cade Mays. He's on the up and
I
coming.
do
I,
too.
I give him that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But we haven't really had that matching aura since Khalil.
Bozeman was good.
Who?
Bradley Bozeman was good.
Oh yeah, that's good point. We did have Bradley
Mm-hmm.
Bozeman. Good point. Good point. Nah, that's fair. That's fair. But
But if we want to handle these pass rushers of Miami, we have to do our jobs. Point blank. These guys have to stay in their lanes and hold their assignments.
oh, I'm sorry. Let me correct myself. He was a three-time All-Pro, not two-time. What am I thinking? He was a three-time All-Pro.
Let me point something out, and I wish I could show the film on this to show you guys what I'm pointing out. But I noticed that um, sometimes Icky will try to double up a guy that is over there at left guard, and
Mm-hmm.
it will allow a free pass rusher to
Ah,
come in. Other times you'll see these guys blitz up the middle. They'll send somebody, and we won't have the numbers. So I mean, it's something that has been a consistent problem since week one. It's
Mm-hmm.
on tape. They'll sit. They'll send about 6 or 7 people in the box, and it'll just be a constant problem for us every now and then when we're not looking for it. Here comes the six or 7 man blitz right at us.
Yep.
They'll let us get comfortable. They'll let us complete a couple passes, and then here comes the blitz again. And we cannot pick it up or handle it for some reason. It is so frustrating. And see, here's you got Chop Robinson, who Chad was high on. You got Benito at defense tackle. You got Zach Steeler, and then
Mm-hmm.
you got Briley Chubb. Let me just say this: Chop Robinson. Do not sleep on Chop Robinson.
Agree. Agree.
6'3", 254 pounds, 2 years in the league from Penn State. If you paid attention to Chop Robinson in Penn State, you know exactly what to expect. 3 solo tackles, 1 sack so far this year. But in 2024, he had a total of 6 sacks and 4 pass deflections. That's something to watch out for. If they figure out how to use him like that again, we're in trouble.
Right.
I don't like that because he's going to get at least a sack on us. One of his sacks this year to add to that total. Um, so you're looking at Bradley Chubb. Bradley Chubb's the other piece on this line. He has 3 sacks so far
Mm-hmm.
from NC State. 8 solo tackles, 6'4", 268 pounds from NC State. 8 years in the league. Yeah, I remember this dude from the championship years, man. This dude was a terror.
Oh.
Yeah, he was a terror.
Uh-oh.
He was a problem. Um, and if you look at the sack numbers, that is terrifying. This dude has 42 and a half sacks in his 8 years.
Dang, that's crazy.
42 and a half. I'll say that again so that people are aware of it. His strongest year, he had 7.5 sacks with the Denver Broncos. No. My bad. His strongest year, he had 12 sacks with the Denver Broncos in 2018. Rookie year.
Oh, jeez.
12 in 1 year. He had 11 in 2023. That's recent, y'all. That's recent.
That's
This
wild.
dude is a problem. So he's got 165 tackles out of 268 combined. 13 forced fumbles in
Oof.
his career.
Dang.
That's the other thing I'm noticing right now. And an interception. So, in 2023, this is recent, folks. Let me remind you, this is recent. 6 forced fumbles.
Jeez.
6. And he recovered 2 of them. He has had a forced fumble once a year. And he still does not have one yet. Chuba, protect the ball. I'll say it again. Chuba, protect the ball.
Well, mainly Rico, since Rico will be playing. But yeah,
Yeah, Rico. Rico, please protect the ball.
yes,
Bryce, I'm talking to you too. Protect the ball.
especially Bryce.
Yeah. I want to see every time you run, Bryce, you will slide.
Yes,
Period. Period. There's no, I'm going to dance around in the butt. No, slide.
slide, definitely slide.
Slide. Because you cannot take a risk when this gentleman here is around you. If you see number 2 around you and you are running the ball, Bryce, slide immediately. Immediately slide. I don't care if you can get 2 or 3 extra yards out of it, slide. We'll
Agree.
deal with the situation afterwards. Do not risk a fumble. Do not risk it. It's not worth it. I'm trying to tell you, it's not worth it. Because the amount of times that the Patriots took over and used our turnovers against us was astronomical last week.
Yep.
The amount of times Arizona took advantage of our turnovers, astronomical. Do not let that happen in this Dolphins game by not sliding and trying to get those extra couple of yards. Ignore what Dave Canales tells you on that and slide.
Yep.
Because Dave Canales is going to tell you, try to get those extra. No,
No.
shut up, Dave.
Gotta be
Dave,
smart about it.
this is one of the times. Shut up. Listen to me. Bryce, there are times when you can outplay a coach's words. You can do something that goes against the coach's wishes if it works out for your betterment,
Yeah.
such as audibles, sliding. When the coach asks you to get that extra couple yards, slide. There's a few different things you can do. If you're frustrated with Dave Canales' play calling and you think that your decision is better than what he is asking you to do, and you know that you can get a better result out of it, do it. Don't hesitate. Just do it.
Yeah.
Don't
Like
say a word to him. Just do it.
like
Grow a pair and do it.
they really need to start getting on the ball and trusting each other. That's the only way they're going to be able to move forward and being able to rely on each other to make plays and make the right calls. Like, going to this offense, Dave Canales as the play caller, you got to start calling stuff that favors Bryce, that puts
Yep.
him into position.
Stop playing patty cake with this gentleman and treat him like a man.
Yeah,
He's an NFL quarterback, for God's sakes.
yeah, exactly.
I'm tired of this crap.
And
Do something with him.
and I know a lot of people may say, he may be the type of quarterback that needs a whole lot of like high level talent around him to be able to flourish. I mean, you know what? He's on the team that he's.
Let me address that. Let me
Oh,
address that because
yeah,
we
go
have
for it.
got him a top 5 offensive line. We have gotten him wide receivers. We have gotten him not one, not two, but 3,000-yard rushers in the running back room and a decent tight end room. Do not tell me we do not have Pro Bowl level talent on this team that he can use. So he's got no excuse other than your play calls, Dave Canales, to succeed.
Yeah,
Don't give me this, oh, he's too short to see over the line bullshit. Stop it. Excuse my French, but that pisses me off. I'm tired of this.
yeah,
Stop making excuses for Bryce and let him play.
I'm there with you.
Stop holding him back.
Because
Because honestly, this is annoying me. Dave Canales, I want you to keep your job. I do. But
Same.
there's a difference between are you playing to keep your job or are you playing to win? Show me that you want to win in Carolina.
Yeah.
Show me that you are a man of your word. Because right now, all I see and hear is bull crap come out your mouth during these press conferences. It's a load of bull crap. Don't give me no more of this lack of execution bull crap. I'm tired of it. Everybody's seen through that curtain, except for you, apparently.
my thing is, when is he gonna get angry? When is he gonna get
Exactly.
mad?
Where is the emotion? Where's the emotion that he showed last year? Where's the hunger for the game that you had last year? Where did that go?
Because if something doesn't happen, like the team is not gonna end up respecting him. Like I hate to say it, but
You got players lying for you, bro. You got players lying for you to protect you. They like you, but do they respect you?
yeah.
There's a big difference between that. And that's what frustrates me is I don't think he wants this enough.
And it's not a dig on his character. He has a great character. Like I said,
Right.
dude's a
Right.
nice.
He installed a lot of great values to this team,
Yeah,
you know?
but it's like he's got to remember what he's there to do. He's the head
Right.
coach. Like, it's year 2 for him, but it's like, dude, something's got to click, and it's got to click ASAP. You're the head
Yeah.
coach. And the thing is, great head coaches don't have trash records. Now, if you're gonna try to get to the point where you
Facts.
become a great head coach, that record can't be looking the way it's looking right now. Like,
Facts.
I'm just saying,
We
like,
should not be losing to Jacksonville. We should not be losing to Arizona. We should not be losing to New England.
right,
Now, if you lose to Atlanta as a result of Atlanta figuring out who they are, that's fine. We can make that game up. But at that point, you are 3-1. You are 3-1 coming into this Dolphins game. You know what I'm saying? There's a possibility we go 4-0. Because the Falcons were trash that game.
hmm
There's no excuse why we should not be 4-0 right now and playing the Dolphins and making it 5-0. Zero excuse. I don't want to hear this lack of execution bullcrap anymore. It's pissing me off. You got Derek Brown in the same press conference room, not even 5 minutes later, saying, "Oh, he's not blaming it on the players.
um,
That's bullcrap, and you know it. That's a lie."
Brandon F, welcome to the stream. He says, "Hey, I'm a Seahawks fan, but I like Bryce, and I think they can win on Sunday. Appreciate you."
Like, with all due respect, Derek, that's a lie, and you know it. When that man literally just said 5 minutes earlier, "Yeah, it's a lack of execution." What is that then? What is that then? He's blaming the players for lack of execution.
Yeah,
Derek, with all due respect, man, I love you as a player and as a person, but please don't lie for this dude. Please don't lie for this dude. Let him take accountability. Let him take responsibility for his actions. Same to you, JC. Let the man take responsibility for his actions.
right.
If he's going to take heat for it, he needs to take heat for it. Like, I understand how much you like the guy. I understand how much y'all bonded after going on a fishing trip. That's cool. Whatever y'all did, in the off season, it's cool. But this is on the field. This is business. You're getting paid to do a job. This is a $1 billion franchise. Do you want to win, or do you want to play patty cake on the playground with these players? It's funny. I ran across an old clip of Steve Wilkes
Oh,
saying, "I don't want to be anyone's buddy. I'll be your friend, but I don't want to be your buddy
right. There's a difference.
because your buddy will tell you, "Oh yeah, you're doing great," but your friend will tell you like it is.
Yep. Accountability.
He does not want to be anyone's buddy, and that's why he's succeeding up in there in New York and not down here because you let him go, and now he's a defensive coordinator up there. You didn't hire him. You hired somebody that, yet again, is making excuses.
Oof.
So this is a never-ending cycle until you choose to break it, Carolina. What are you going to do about that? Because until you choose to break it, we are going to continue this cycle over and over and over and over and over again. And we'll all have gray hair by the time we even think we're going to make the playoffs again.
Oh Lord.
Just like the Browns, just like the Detroit Lions, just like the Jacksonville Jaguars. You want to be like them? Then stop repeating the stupid mistakes over and over and over again.
Because they definitely
Wake
add
up
up.
and realize that this is a billion-dollar franchise and start playing like it.
Yep. There's got to be a big sense of urgency that kicks in. Otherwise, this team is not going to be able to get over the hump.
And it's funny you mentioned that disconnect because this is another year that we have had a disconnect.
Yep.
Every single coach we have had since Ron Rivera has been a disconnect. This is a pattern. You've got to break the cycle. And for me, I don't just want to break the cycle. I want to break the doggone wheel together, all together.
Yeah. I feel you.
Game of Thrones reference,
Yep.
by the way, for those that don't know. I want to break that wheel all together. I want a coach that is going to win, and win some more in every area. And if you are here to do that, get the heck out of my state. Not just my city of Charlotte, but my state.
My state.
Because that ain't it. I'm hungry for wins. No. I'm starving for wins.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This franchise is starving for wins. We've been hungry since 2015. And I don't count that bullcrap year that we made the playoffs by pure luck. I don't count that year. Give me one solid year where we make a playoff push with the talent that we have right now. If you can't do that in year two, you're not the coach that we're looking for. Point freaking blank. If you're here to make more excuses just like every other coach that we kicked out of here, you're not the right coach.
Yeah.
You do not fit the bill. Next, please.
Shoot, we're gonna need a dog in the coaching staff, cause yeah.
Put me in. Put me in. I'm a freaking dog. I will turn this team around in freaking 1 week. Derek Brown's over here like, oh, we don't need any more rah-rah speeches. Apparently you do.
Yeah.
Because what we're doing right now ain't working. That's for doggone sure. So apparently, yes, you do.
And I definitely don't want to have to deal with that come 2 weeks when I go to the Dallas game, because I'll tell you right
Oh
now.
boy, y'all don't want me up in that locker room. Y'all don't want me up in there. I will. I will light y'all up. so much that y'all will be pumped up to play on Sunday. And yes, I will administer tough love. And it's something that y'all need to hear because you're not listening, Panthers. You're not listening.
Right.
We have given you all the tools, all the keys that you could possibly need to unlock success. And you don't want it. That's what's pissing me off. Why do we do all this if it's for nothing? Why do we go out, get all these draft picks, spend all this freaking free agency money, put together this amazingly talented team that has the potential to go 9 wins if we're not going to try to go 9 wins? Dave Canales, yes, I'm talking to you. If you're going to be the leader of this team, be the leader of this team. Do what you're supposed to do. You are a head coach for a reason. Start acting like it. Otherwise, come see me when you actually want to win.
Yeah. Which I hope he goes and sees you now because we need to win now.
We need Dabo up in this locker room. That's what we need. Dabo will set them straight.
Yeah, you think Dow can do well on the NFL level?
Dude, he would be vastly successful.
Oh, okay.
I think that once he has assembled his team and he has installed his values in what he wanted to do, just like in Clemson, he
Mm-hmm.
would be successful in the NFL. He just has to find the right team. And I don't think he's going to leave Clemson, not unless they want to kick him out.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, we're having a bad season, but don't forget what he has done so far. Everybody wants to say, don't live in the past, don't live in the past. Okay. Dabo's like, okay, we're going to figure this out. But if you're tired of winning, I can go. I can go to another team. But I guarantee I'm not going to be fishing on a lake.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's my freaking ball coach right there. He says, y'all tired of winning?
Don't get tired of winning now.
Don't get tired of it.
Nah, don't get tired of winning.
Right. That's the difference between a successful coach, after a loss, taking responsibility for his part in the loss versus Dave Canales saying, oh, I'm blaming it on lack of execution on the players. That's the difference, y'all. And if you can't tell the difference between that and Dave Canales, I don't know how to help you. I don't know how to help you see it. Because that's a successful ball coach telling you, we're going to figure this out. Don't panic.
Right.
We have talent. We can do this. All it takes is just going back to the drawing board, checking out what we're doing wrong, and fixing it. Notice how he doesn't go into a whole thing about, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, da, 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 da. No. Dabo says, we're just simply going to look back at it and fix it.
Yep.
And then does it. And then does it. Imagine that. Imagine that, Dave Canales. He's doing the things that he's not even saying. That's what I want you to do. I want you to go and relook at your whole coaching this year. Reflect on it. Take a moment, reflect on it. When you have a few hours and say, am I really doing what is best for this team right now? Am I really hunting for wins? Am I really trying to do what I say I've set out to do things, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Am I accomplishing what I set out to do in Carolina? And if you still think the answer is yes, Dave Canales, you're delusional. Right now, I'm saying it, you're delusional. You are living in denial because the rest of us see the results and they are not matching up with what you said it was supposed to be. It's not matching. And it has to start with you,
Exactly.
not the players. No, 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 no. Not Tepper getting angry and coming in and laying hands on everybody in the management. You. Take accountability for you first as a head coach, and then the rest will follow.
Exactly.
Because the players will follow your lead. You are a coach. Think of yourself as a shepherd. They are your sheep. Lead them where you want them to go. Because right now they're going astray. They're doing whatever the heck they think is best for them. You know, improving on personal records, whatever else that, incentives for their contracts, whatever they do, You want to rein them in? Then rein them in.
Oh yeah.
The last coach that was able to successfully do that was Ron. And you know what? He let the players lead that charge. Because we had grown man leaders in that locker room.
Yep. That we did.
Listen to them. Chuba is a grown man leader. Listen to him. J.C. Horn is a grown man leader. Listen to him. He's been here for long enough. Derek Brown, same thing. And Trevor Wallace, you're about to be next.
Yep.
I want you to open your mouth and be more vocal, Trevin. You could be the leader of this defense easily. Easily. All you have to do is get yourself ready. We don't have time to wait. That's the problem.
Right.
Yes, we have Trayvon Moehrig, but is he a leader? No. Yes, we have Roseborn, but is he a leader? Heck no.
Heck no.
Make sure you listen to the right people. If you're a player, listen to the right players around you that have experience. You know, and Bryce, you have Andy Dalton. Learn from him. You know, this is not complicated. We're overcomplicating it.
Right.
And I do want to bring up the medical aspect of this too, but I'll bring that up in a second. But first, we need to focus on getting our minds right as a franchise. Because if we don't get our minds right and we don't set it on winning, then what are we doing? What was all of this for? All these other players that we resigned could have gone somewhere else
Yep.
and had
That's for
successful
sure.
careers somewhere else. They chose to stay here because they saw something in last year's performances and in the stepladder process and the system that we were building, the identity and culture we were building. At any point, they could have chosen anywhere else to go, but they chose here. Why? Because they believe in you, Dave. So, excuse my language, but pull your head out of your ass and start coaching.
Yep.
You're soft.
Yep.
You're soft, and I'm calling you soft.
He ain't wrong. I mean, it's the nice guy stuff. It's time to turn that off.
I was just having this discussion with Brandon earlier.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking about Ray Lewis when there was bad weather, when there was stuff like that going on. This dude would call you out
Yep.
on everything, and the bad weather and everything else just pissed him off even more and made him even more competitive.
Yep.
He was that type of guy, man. He was him, and that's what I want to see some of these players become is that type of player that is going to come out here and challenge everybody
Yep.
and say, we're not going to accept these results anymore. We're going to come out here and win
How bad do
in
you
every area.
how bad do you want it?
In every area. I'm talking about weightlifting. I'm talking about practices. I'm talking about playbook study, winning in every area. How much do you want that? Then show us. If you want that bad enough, do some self reflection.
Yeah.
Do some self reflection on Saturday when you don't have a practice day. And I want you to think, how much do you want to win? And then on Sunday, stop talking about it and do it.
Yeah. And not only that, I think we could definitely speak for a good portion of the Keep Pounding Nation. Carolina, stop robbing your fans.
Facts.
Like, seriously, stop robbing your fans.
Facts.
Like, the PLE owners, the ticket owners, like,
Yep.
the season ticket pass owners, like, y'all are
Nobody
robbing
wants to
us.
come to a game and watch that bull crap that we watched against the Patriots.
Yeah, cause I'm gonna tell you right now, even with that Cowboys game, we don't win that. I don't even know when the next time I see myself being able to attend a Panthers game. And it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that.
Let me just say this: I would rather go to a Bojangles and purchase a bucket of chicken than watch that atrocity.
And there's no excuse for it. There's really no excuse for it.
And sit on my couch rather than go to a game like that. That was embarrassing.
Not to
We
mention,
got people coming in from all different states, all different countries, to witness their Panthers game, have their first experience. You really want that to be their first experience?
yeah, I got a friend of mine that's a Cowboys fan that we're going to his first NFL game, and as great of a time that we'll have, and such. I hope it'll be memorable because it'll be Carolina stomping the brakes out of Dallas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I said it. I said it. Shout out to Diligence. But yeah, I said it. I want us to beat the brakes off of them.
And I want y'all to have an awesome time.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm tired of the whole statement of we got to play Panthers football. No, we got to play winning football. When we get to winning,
Facts.
when we get to winning and it turns back into Panthers football, then we can start back saying, let's play Panthers football. But right now,
Right.
Panthers football isn't winning football. That needs to change ASAP.
Correct.
Like, that's got to be first thing. I mean, it should have been ever since week one, but it is what it is. We can't rewrite the past. But
Correct.
it's got to start not only this Sunday, but we need to start getting a streak. Because the crazy thing is, our schedule hasn't even gotten hard yet. It hasn't.
Mm-mm.
When you really look at it on paper, our schedule hasn't really gotten hard yet.
Right.
Like we haven't even gotten to the Bills. That's the hard game. We haven't even
Mm-hmm.
gotten to the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
That's the hard game.
Yep.
We haven't even gotten to the Niners, and that's the
Yep.
hard game.
Mm-hmm.
Like we can't
And
even
the Jets too. I'm adding the Jets to that list too.
like we're not even beating the teams that we really have no business losing to.
Right.
So I mean, Carolina, what are y'all gonna do? Like changes have to be made. Are y'all gonna take courage and make the changes, or are y'all just gonna settle? Like I don't know where this disconnect is all entails between Bryce and Dave Canales, but y'all need to come together and fix it. Like, don't let pride get in the way. Yes, is the situation bad? Yes. That's why you address it head on and you fix it. Because at the end of the day, what's going to happen is not just one career, but two careers or more are going to be ruined because y'all don't get on the same page. You're going to
Yep.
have a coach that's going to have an abysmal record in his first 2 years. You're going to have a quarterback that hasn't been able to get going strong and the team that he got drafted on, which means there's a big possibility they may not even pick up his 5th year option. Do y'all want that? Do y'all want that? I'm just saying, like, y'all got to get it together. And it can't be just talking about it. Y'all got to do it. Y'all got to do it with a great sense of urgency. Because more and more, season after season, you're losing the fan base. Because if it gets even worse or there's no progression, don't be surprised if you see less and less fans even caring. I hate to say it, but when it's at the point where you have podcasters that have followed the team for years, that have reported on the team for years, just abruptly stop, we
Yeah,
got a
Coltrane stopped for a couple of years.
yeah, we got a problem.
Yep.
You know what did they say? Houston, we have a problem. Nah, Carolina, we have a problem.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
And back to this coaching staff. Ajaro, dude, I would at least gain maybe a couple of morsels of respect for you. Dude, just ditch the 3-4. It's okay. It's okay. If you got to bring up the 4-3 out of scratch, you know what? At least that lets me know you're serious about it.
At bare minimum, please play press coverage and man coverage
Yeah.
to at least show me you're serious.
Yeah, exactly.
Because when I was watching the Jets game recently, I noticed that a lot of that was the defense that the Jets played was man to man and press coverage, and it worked. It forced the Dolphins to punt the ball. Imagine that, a gyro. You didn't think about that one, did you?
Right.
Not only them, but how many other defenses have been doing that too? And it's worked. Ding, 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 ding. When is the light bulb going to come on for you to realize that this works? The dude acts like he's on speed when he's on press conferences. I swear to God.
Seems
I,
like
I
it.
don't. I can't deal with these coordinators, bro. I can't.
Yeah, I feel you. I
Brad
definitely.
acts like he's high. Gyro acts like he's on speed. But at least the gyro knows how to not keep, spill all this the family jewels when it comes to what we're gonna do next.
Right.
Brad just doesn't know when to shut up,
Seriously.
and it annoys the heck out of me. to no end. Why would you give this man a podium and a mic right before a critical game? Why would you continue to do that? What sense does this make? I can't. Oh, God, it makes my head hurt.
Yeah, I feel you
It
on that.
literally gives you a freaking stress headache just trying to figure out what this team is doing. It's so bad. Why are we here? Why are we here? You really have to ask yourselves here that, after week 4, why are we here? You compare that to where we should be right now.
Yeah, night and day difference.
Yeah, we should be 4-0 going into this game, ready to go 5-0, ready to take on the Cowboys, find out where we are. We should be progressing players wise. We should be progressing playbook wise. We should be progressing everywhere. And making our push for that 9 wins at the end of the year.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to run into some trouble with the tougher teams, but we should be making that push now.
Yeah, exactly. Especially considering we haven't even ran into the tough teams yet.
We're now 2 games behind schedule. 2 games behind schedule. We thought we gained one of those back when we beat Atlanta, but then you lost it again when you
Yep.
lost New England. So now we're back to 2 games behind schedule.
Right.
That's not acceptable.
Show ain't.
And if you're 2 games behind at this point, someone needs to go. And Gyro, you're first. Start packing. Brad, you're next. Both of you have pissed me off enough. I want new coordinators in here, stat. The time is now to start winning. Not 6 games from now, when it doesn't matter. Not 9 games from now, when we're clearly out of the playoffs by at least 5 or 6 games.
Right.
And you're fighting to keep your job, Dave Canales. Right now. We can still recover this season, but it has to start now.
Yeah, immediately.
Immediately. That means do not collect $200. Do not pass go. And now. If you don't do that now, season's cooked. Saying it right now, season's cooked. And we're right back to 5 wins again. Which, guess what, Dave? That puts you in the hot seat. That doesn't save your job. It does the exact opposite. Why are these coaches so dumb that they don't understand this in Carolina? Why do we have a bunch of dumb coaches that do not understand that you cannot save your job by trying to save your job? It's just ridiculous at this point. I
Yep.
don't understand the logic that is going through these coaches' heads when they think about that. It's like, what are you? I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
This is not complicated. It's football. It's simple. You win. Oh my! Why are we trying to make so many things way more complicated than they should
That's
be in
a
this organization?
that's a good question. I wish I knew. Oh man.
The amount of times we have been given everything that these coaches have asked for, and we have still choked because the coaches suck. That's why. Let me tell you a secret, Dave Canals. It's not lack of execution. It's your coaching.
Let them know. Let them know.
Sorry. Uncomfortable truth versus a lie. Which one would you rather have? I'll take the uncomfortable truth. Thank you very much for $500.
Yeah, that's what's going to go a long way, and the truth will set you free.
Exactly. Because the truth leads you to wins. Facing up to your flaws and taking accountability for them as a coach is how you become a grown man playing a grown man's sport.
Exactly.
If you want to be a soccer coach, go join Charlotte FC. This is a grown man's sport. Which, by the way, congrats to Charlotte FC. They're a very successful team.
Yes, they are.
But
I'll give them that.
but Dave, you've got the mindset of a Charlotte FC coach that that is a soccer coach. You're not using your brain when it comes to football coaching, and you're not taking accountability for your own actions, and that's what's pissing everybody off.
Yep.
Especially me, because I've been laboring and pushing for you and hyping you up for a year now. And you're making me look like a clown for doing it. I still support you, but you're making me look like a clown. And I'm sick and tired of it. Come back to me when you want to win. Because I swear to God, if we see another performance like that, I'm switching to video games in the next game.
Yeah, I
I'm
feel
saying it right now. Fourth quarter, if I see a lead like that by the Dolphins on us, I'm switching to video games.
I feel you on that. Yeah.
I would rather play Madden, a crappy, laggy, garbage filled Madden game, than watch this trash.
Not only that, I don't want to have to keep having to go get boba teas just to make me feel better.
Right. You making this man spend way too much money, man.
Yeah, I want to get celebratory boba teas with extra boba and extra victory. That's what I want.
Right. Where's the Krispy Kreme donuts? I'm told we still have a contract with them, by the
Yeah, yeah, that's why y'all need to win so that we can
way.
partake.
Let me get some Krispy Kreme donuts as a victory celebration, man.
Shoot.
I'll show them on stream. I will. I'll eat them on stream. Just for you. Whatever it takes to get us to wins. I don't care what it takes. God, love this team, but y'all drive me absolutely insane.
So the only thing I'll
I
say
don't
about
understand.
I'll say about a game plan, y'all just freaking go out there and do what you're supposed to do and win. Just that's really all I can say. I mean, it really should be a
Uh,
whole bunch of breaking down this and breaking down that. Win the freaking game.
JC Warren said, "Oh, we can't just wake these guys up and hope that they play a better game on Sunday." It's like,
Shoot.
can't you? Can't you? You're supposed to be prepared all week,
It's like JC, you want to test that theory?
right? These
Shoot.
these these are our leaders of this team saying these things. Derek Brown lying for Dave Canales saying, uh, "Oh, he's not blaming it on the players. No, not at all. He's not blaming it on the players. Lack of execution. These are our leaders saying these things. You know what Bryce said? He says, we're sick of this crap. We want to win.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Unless y'all want
That's
more
all he said.
unless y'all want more
And you know,
Bryce helmet slamming scenes.
That told me all I need to know was his helmet slamming. That told me he cares about this game. He cares about the Carolina Panthers and he wants to win. That told me all I need to know about Bryce Young right there. And he's fed up. And rightfully so. I would be too if I was a quarterback and I was not allowed to do what I needed to do to win. I was not given the correct play calls and the right tools to win by my coach. And I could not go against it. Hello, you're making more money than Dave Canales. Bryce, grow a pair and do something about it.
Yeah, and if they're not expecting you to say something, if you see something out of line or wrong, then something's terribly wrong.
Here's something fun. Guess who called out the play calling? No one else had the balls to do it on this team because they knew that they could lose their job. Guess who actually did? The
Oh
last
snap!
person you would expect, Andy Dalton.
Oh yeah, that's right. He sure did. He sure did.
Andy, tipping my cap for you, buddy. Tipping my cap, and you get the hand claps today. You get the hand claps all day long for that. Because Andy Dalton, I freaking love you, dude. My respect just went back up for you. I've been calling you out, giving you tough love for the overthrows and whatnot. Never mind that today. Never mind that today. That's not what we're talking about today. Because you just took a step in the right direction and you helped out your team in a way that you didn't even expect to do so. You called Dave Canales out on his bullcrap. You blew the whistle on him. And I'm freaking proud of you because no one else had the guts to do it. Not JC Horn, not Chuba, not even Derek Brown. Bro, come on. You guys are supposed to be the leaders of this team. None of you spoke up.
It's not a good look.
You know, back in the day, Trey Boston spoke up. And he wasn't even a captain. Jonathan Stewart spoke up, and he wasn't even a captain when he saw some bullcrap going on. That takes balls. I respect that. I respect the heck out of that. Andy, you led an entire Bengals team out of the graveyard and into a successful year.
That's a good
You
point.
saved the Bengals franchise. That's a leader. Y'all want a real leader? Look to him. With that comment right there. That's what a leader sounds like. And I'm like, okay. Bryce stepped up to the mic and he said, I'm going to take accountability for what I've been doing wrong. And yes, there were opportunities I could have taken advantage of. And I'm going to do better. I'm going to study this and I'm going to do better. And then he did against the Atlanta Falcons. That's a leader. That's my quarterback. Doggone it. That's a real man's quarterback. That's a grown man quarterback right there.
There we go.
All right, so Dave, you've been challenged. What are you going to do about it?
What you gonna do?
Are you going to be more accountable as a head coach and say, yeah, I'm going to take account for all the things that I've been doing wrong, and I'm gonna do better, and I'm gonna stop being, complacent as a coach and making excuses, and then do it,
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
or are you gonna continue to make bull crap excuses about lack of execution, blame it on the players, and act like you had zero part in it?
Oh, I gotta add one. I better not see you call another draw on a 3rd and 15 again.
Facts.
You'll
That
get
goes for you too, Brad.
shoot. You ought to get drop kicked for that. And I like the guy, but that he better not do that again. I can tell you that right now.
This is where Bryce needs to step up and grow a pair in audible.
Yeah, just be like, wait, 3rd and 15, draw play. Nope, audibling it the moment I get to the
Right,
line.
right,
I'm not even thinking twice. I'm like, no, we're not doing this.
right. I'm not asking you to become Peyton Manning out here, but I'm asking you to do is recognize when there's a 6 to 7 man box and audible out of it. I don't care what you audible to, as long as it ain't a draw play and it gets us across that line.
Right.
Anything but a draw play.
Hang on. Draw on a 3rd and 15. You must have lost your mind.
Are we trying for a punt here for field position purposes? Nah, that ain't it. We were in their side of the field.
But like I said,
We were in their territory,
like
and
I,
you went for a draw at a 30-50
but like I said, this
in
next
field goal range.
this next game, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt to fix that, not do that again. I'm giving him that's his one. That's his one. But if I see it again, no, no.
I am going to light you up. If I see that again, I'm gonna light you up, Dave Canales. I'm gonna light you up because there is no reason you should be doing that. None,
Right.
unless you were giving up and you don't want to win. Show
So,
me you want to win.
what score prediction are we thinking for this one?
Oh God. Okay, so looking at what we know, um, let's look at the scores that we've seen so far from uh Miami. You've got a 33-8 loss. Okay, to the Colts.
Yep.
That's a good team. That shows me that the Colts offense is for real. We've known that since week one. And their defense is impressive too. Okay, so moving on to the Patriots score. That's exactly the score you should expect to see. But wait, the Dolphins offense came back with 27 points against the Patriots 33. But your defense had trouble, Miami.
Right.
They could not stop the pass. They did not play press or man defense. Moving on. In a loss to the Buffalo Bills, they put up 21 points, which is impressive against that defense.
Oh yeah, very much so.
But you lost by 10. Again, that defense is not playing press or man. So it ends up being 31 points by Buffalo. And I saw it again against the Jets. you showed a little bit more resiliency this time around because the Jets were not able to have the kind of success they were having before because you finally started playing press in man defense.
Mm-hmm.
So that ended up being a 27-21 win. Now, what I did notice was that when you played up on these wide receivers, you gave up the run. Okay, so the Jets were able to successfully run on Miami. And they successfully got, let me see. Well, ESPN has better stats. That's a better setup. Let me look at ESPN.
Okay.
Get that set up real quick. Because I was watching this game when I was getting food at Applebee's uh, against the Dolphins there, the Jets and Dolphins game. And it was a really, really interesting game. So, score. The Jets were able to get 197 rushing yards in a touchdown
Ah.
because you played up on them and focused on the press and the man defense.
Right.
They also left a lot of room in the zone that we can take advantage of. 226 yards and a touchdown by the Jets, Justin Fields,
Right.
which Justin Fields has been playing really well. 20 for 27, 226 yards and a touchdown in that game. Yes, he got sacked 2 times, but that was because of the Dolphins' excellent pressures.
Right.
But the the holes in the zone is what I want to call your attention to because we can take full advantage of that with Tech McMillan,
Yes.
with the people that we have in our wide receiver core,
And
with
oh
Jimmy
yeah,
Horn.
XL is back as well.
Yeah, XL, I need to see you catching the ball.
Yeah.
Put him on the jug machine, please.
Like
Just straight up jug machine. I want him on there for an hour.
it's time for him to show up. No more excuses. It's time for him to show up.
Take a break after 30 minutes. Get back on it. Jug machine, hour, XL. Because I need you to start catching the ball, bro. That's going to be your drill. All right, so when Miami was playing man in press coverage, they allowed 20 of 27 targets.
This was the
But
this was the Monday night game, right?
yes,
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, continue.
but here's Miami's uh, catches versus targets 17 of 25.
Mm-hmm.
They are weak to man and press coverage. I watched it over and over and over again where Steve Wilks had this defense playing man and press coverage in short yardage situations, and it caused them to punt. And I was like, if we were to successfully do that, we will win this game.
Mm-hmm.
Period. But we don't. That's the problem. A gyro. This is on you. I'm asking you for the fifth game in a row to play press in man coverage.
Yep. Need
And if
to.
you won't do it, you will be fired. Period. Point blank. I'm done with it. I'm done watching it. Gyro, you've been hired for a job. I like you as a person, nothing personal. But if you will not do your job properly, Dan Morgan will fire you.
Yep.
It ain't going to be Dave. Dave has had multiple opportunities to fire you, and he hasn't done it. Dan, do your job before Tepper does. Otherwise, it will be chaos. It will destroy everything we have set up to build. Everything. But the main thing I wanted to call your attention to was the press and man defense.
Right.
Look at that, 17 for 25. That's what happens when you actually do your freaking job.
Yeah.
It forced the Jets, to do something about it. When they started throwing the ball to Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, it forced Steve Wilkes to coach and do his job and to force these guys into man and press coverage situations, which these players did their jobs. They stopped it. So that's why you only saw 177 yards
Right.
of total offense from these wide receivers. It forced them to go to the run game, which they only got 123. The Dolphins still won, but it wasn't because of that. It was because of fumbles by the Jets.
Right.
And that's the point I'm trying to make, is if we can play up on these wide receivers, we can do what we're supposed to do. It will force them to go into the running game. It will force them to go to Devin Arcade. That means, Rosebloom, yes, I'm talking to you. Do your freaking job.
Yes.
Or get off my field, please. Because you are a detriment to our defense right now. I would rather have Bad Martin Scott out there. Because there are 100 other linebackers that can tackle just as good as you. But can you stop the gaps? You cannot. So get off my field.
Yeah. Seriously.
If you cannot stop the gaps, that is your one job. Get off my field. You faced off against Hunter Henry one-on-one in the end zone. And Nick Scott just stood there like an idiot in the back of the end zone. No safety help whatsoever.
It was bad.
Knowing that Rosebloom cannot handle a tight end, a grown man tight end. And Nick, you just stood there and did not help. This is not it. Who do you think is going to win? If there's any type of spacing, who do you think is going to win? 99 times out of 100 is going to be Hunter Henry. Because we know Rosebloom cannot cover anything. He could not cover a beach ball in the end zone, much less Hunter Henry. Nick Scott, you know that. You know that. And you still don't help. You gave up. That's why I don't want to hear the excuses from Nick Scott anymore. Get him off the field too, please. Because you're an embarrassment on defense right now. As a person, I love you to death. Rosebloom, as a person, I love you to death. But as players, you are a detriment to this defense. Get off the field. Take yourselves off the field. You know what? Clean yourselves up and get off my field, man.
And let them know. Let them know.
You're a waste of my time and energy and effort of evaluating at this point. We know who you are. Get off the field. Put some people in here that are hungry, man, that want to win.
Indeed.
Dave Canales, that is on you. You are in charge of player personnel. This, again, comes back to you. Do your job properly, please. It's not complicated. When you see trash players on the field, take them off the field. I don't care if the backups are ready or not. If the starters are trash, get them off the field.
off.
And the answer is not, oh, let's put all young players in. No, that's not the answer. Because in putting all young players in, you are taking vested veterans off the field that are actually doing their job properly. Tell me you don't understand how to use personnel in the depth chart without telling me you don't understand how to. You were doing it just fine last year. That's what I don't understand. Why are you? God, triggering. As a Panthers fan, it's triggering me.
Yeah, totally
That
understand.
drives me absolutely bananas and up the wall. As a Panthers evaluator to YouTube, that's one of my pet peeves. Like it pisses me off to no end. When you know there's players that are better, put them on the field.
Yeah, like
God,
you're supposed to be trying to win the
bless is
game.
not hard. So when we're dealing with Devin Arcane, you had better get Bam Martin Scott on that field. If I see Rosebloom again, so help me. Ajiro's gone. No, you can wave goodbye to him and see him off at the airport.
Mm.
Because I'm going to be talking directly to Dan Morgan at that point. And if Dan Morgan refuses to do anything, he's on the hot seat too. I'm tired of this crap. This is 10 years of this crap in Carolina. Take accountability
Yeah,
or get the heck out of my town and stop controlling my team. Find somebody in here that will.
you better get it together.
I'm tired of it. This crap's pissing me off as a Panthers fan. Maybe my expectations are too high. Maybe I should just stop giving a crap.
Nah,
I,
they're legit. They're legit. Trust me. Many feel the same. Many definitely feel the same.
oh my God, man. When, you said it best earlier. When Panthers fans stop caring, we got a serious problem. When we got a YouTuber in the Panthers community that is refusing to stream because this team is so trash,
Yeah.
we got a serious problem.
How bad do y'all want it?
So help me if I see Rosebloom out on that field one more freaking time, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it before kickoff. If I see you take Brady Christensen out one more freaking time this year for somebody we just signed off the practice squad, I'm
Oof.
gonna lose it.
All right.
You
Don't.
had 4 games to finally put him in. What was the problem? That's what he's doing here.
They
That's
playing.
why he's here.
They playing with fire.
$2.7 million for what? Makes me sick to my stomach, man.
How bad do y'all want it?
This man was practically your Superman on that offensive line last year, and you refused to play him. Why? Give me one good reason, Dave. Why? I want a I want a media person to Q&A him and ask him that question.
Yeah. Get David Newton up there. Grill him hard.
I want one media person. It doesn't matter who it is. Ask him that question, and I want an honest answer, Dave.
Oh
I
well.
want an honest answer.
You already know how I feel. I better not see no draw on no 3rd and 15. That's for sure. Shoot. You want to see a fan base collectively pitch a fit? Shoot. Run a draw on 3rd and 15.
Oh
Some
my God, man.
Somebody have to go up there and snatch that clipboard away from Dave Canales.
Oh, absolutely.
Shoot, might have to not only snatch it up but rip it in two. I'm not even kidding,
Agreed.
cause
Agreed.
like
I'll go a step further. I'll set it. I'll put it in a burn barrel and burn it because it's complete garbage. You got all this talent on the field and you are using it that way. Pathetic.
so
I'll go up there and I'll install my own doggone offense. It may not be pretty. It may look boring and stupid as garbage, but it will work. Do y'all
well,
know that in Madden, I run a West Coast power run offense? That means a heavy emphasis on slants. That means a heavy emphasis on tight end flats and the power run in short yardage situations. Tempo, tempo, tempo.
mm,
Every single one of my offensive linemen will be a 75, 70 30 pass protection versus run.
gotcha.
If you are 60-40, that's acceptable. But every single one of them will protect me, period.
That's
I
what you
want
got to
wide
do.
receivers that can catch, and more importantly, catch in traffic,
Right.
period. So no matter what offensive scheme or plays we are using, they have to be able to catch the ball and stay in bounds if if the situation calls for it.
And
If the
we
situation calls for you to go out of bounds, you will go out of bounds.
and the main thing is they gotta work towards consistently pushing the ball downfield. Like, you know, check downs and safety blankets,
Right,
like you can't rely on those, 80% of the time. You got to
right.
push the ball downfield.
Sharp, accurate throws, quick throws. I would be using Bryce Young's quick throw ability, quick release ability. They say it's 2.7. I would get the most out of that 2.7. And I'm telling you, yes, it would look like a game manager offense moving down the field, but I guarantee you it works. Because number one, you are wearing down that defense. The more you do it, the more you're wearing down that defense. Two, you're wearing out the clock by having full drives, which in turn gives the defense rest.
Right.
Number three, you are executing properly. You are doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're cutting properly, you're catching the ball properly, and you're watching out for that coverage. And you're finding holes in the zone, and you're finding holes in the man defense.
Keep going. I'll be right back. Keep going.
This offense relies on tempo, 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 moving it downfield. If you are not consistently moving it downfield, change the play up. And I'm not saying turn this into Peyton Manning, territory with audibles, but I've got about 4 or 5 audibles that I like to switch to every now and then. You know, I'll start out in a draw. Everybody will think I'm running a draw, and every once in a while I'll switch it up to like a screenplay or a tight end flat, just to mess with them, just to mess with these defenders' brains, so they don't realize what you are coming out. But it's the same. Uh, it would be the same set of plays, in shotgun, because Bryce works better in shotgun. So every now and then I'll mix in like a wheel route, if I see something that works, to the outside. And when I see everybody come up in the box, I'm going to throw it deep to T Mac, 1-on-1, and he's going to catch it. I'm gonna, you know, these are things that you have to do to move the ball down the field. You can't just keep doing the same things over and over and over. A draw play, draw play, draw play, and expect that to work. What are we, cavemen? What is this Norv Turner's offense? Come on. Get out of the caveman zone and start getting innovative. Like, we are playing way too soft with these play calls, and it's disgusting. Like, even for me, it's soft. Now, the problem with my offense, in real life is, when you run a bunch of slants down the field, you're putting your wide receivers at risk, which is what I like to do. And see, that's why I strictly keep that to Madden. And I don't suggest that, in an NFL setting, because you will get your wide receivers killed. But if you change up the play calls and you're not just relying on slant, 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 okay, now we need a tight end flat. Now we need this, okay. It doesn't really work. But if you are changing up the play call, it does.
Okay.
And you run the ball straight up the middle with a power runner, which sets the tone and says, my running back is stronger than your freaking D-line, and we're going to prove it. We have Chuba Hubbard. We have 3,000-yard running backs, and we're going to show you how strong these guys are and that we control the freaking line. We control the trenches. So, yeah, my offense would not work as far as like slant plays down the field, blitz, but because you're going to get your wide receivers killed, if you constantly run slants. Because what they'll do is they'll just truck stick you. Everybody truck sticks your wide receivers and gets them on the stretchers. So you've got to change it up. You've got to have like 4, 5, 6 different audibles. But the idea is to keep moving it down the field.
Yep.
It may look like short first downs, down the field, but the idea is to run the clock and wear the defense out, which in turn gets your defense some rest and allows them to do their job better. And if you continue to score while your defense is getting rest, you're going to find a lot of success. Use your timeouts correctly, use your clock correctly, use out routes when you need to stop the clock, whatever it takes. Do what is necessary. If you see everybody come up in the box, throw it deep to T-Mac. If you see them go back, out of the box after showing a blitz, run it straight up the gut and show them no mercy. Let them know who controls the freaking line of scrimmage.
Indeed.
Man up and send a message that you control what you're doing.
Gotta make it count. Gotta make it count to the max. Not,
Who just a Rainy Gaming. Rain 13 Gaming. Hey, welcome to the family, brother. Keep pounding, baby. Let's go. But yeah, this is a tricky offense to run, in the NFL because it risks the wide receivers a lot with short passing.
Right.
So I only recommend it during Madden, but if you're trying to run it in the NFL, you've got to mix it up with at least like 20 different plays in this playbook. In shotgun, because Bryce is more comfortable in shotgun. Get the most out of his 2.7 release time, and you will never see a sack. For the entire year, if your offensive line is as protective as mine is. If you build it correctly, the offensive line, you will not see a single sack. I
Right.
guarantee it. Unless you're dealing with Nick Bosa or somebody like that, then you're pretty much screwed. That means you've got to get that ball off even quicker.
Yeah. As
And if
quick
that
as
leads to
possible.
incompletions, that's another down you could live, and survive another day, you know. But the tricky is keep the ball moving downfield. Tempo, tempo, tempo. Timing is everything. If you start messing up with the timing, you start going off script, that's when defenses will start taking advantage of you. They'll start putting people in those spots and they'll start picking it off. Be aware of that. But yeah, it's got to be about half a dozen plays audibles, in one set playbook. Like I'm not going to tell you which one I use because I may end up playing against the people, but
Mm,
because I don't want you to know what I'm picking.
don't want to give it all away now.
Right. But see, this is what I this is what you missed with. If you start out in like 4 or 5 different formations and you just mess with the defender's mind and you act like you're doing that, but then you audible to something else, it screws with the defender's minds. They
Oh
don't know what
yeah.
to expect.
Oh yeah, good point.
So you can start out in a draw 2 plays. You could start out in a screenplay, another play, and they'll be like, oh, yeah, we should be adjusting to that. So if you've got reactive players on the field, you know, such as Rose Bloom, they're going to fall for that. They're going to think, oh, this is a screen. Let's set up for a screen. When in reality, you're tossing it down the field to McMillan. One-on-one. And it either connects or it doesn't.
Right.
So if you're throwing it quick enough and you plant that foot, Bryce, you throw it downfield, boom, on target, right where you want it. I'm telling you, it works. But you have to put together the right people for that. And see, that's where we are missing. I see about a third of the group that we need for that type of offense.
Right. Right.
Because these guys aren't really set up for that. They're set up for the spread. I like to run the power one. So, but it can work. You know,
Yeah. Absolutely.
let me take over that play calling sheet, and I promise you, we will find the end zone multiple times in a game.
So so at that point, so after looking at what Miami's been able to do, I think something along the lines of maybe a 21-17, hoping that Carolina will break the trend when it comes to their series against Miami. But Miami hasn't been able to win on the road, and the only win Carolina has right now is at home. So I'm thinking 21-17 Carolina.
Okay, this can go either two ways. Either it can go 27-14 Miami,
Okay.
or it can go 27-24 Carolina. And the reason I say that is because Fitzgerald or Fitzpatrick can make those kicks in time.
Yeah, it's a good
Plus,
point.
but beware of not playing man and press coverage because that's what's going to kill us.
Right. The evidence is there.
They can easily put up 27, 24 points because of that. It could even go up to the 30 range if we're not careful.
Right.
If this turns into a blowout, it will. I'm going to say 35 to maybe 17 Dolphins if it turns into a blowout.
Gotcha.
We'll get some plays in garbage time, but like the offense just will not try. You know what I mean? For 3 whole quarters. The play calling will be bad. It's going to be ugly. That's what I see in that scenario number 3.
Right.
Oh man, this is going to be a tough one for me.
Which is understandable.
Um, I'm gonna. I want to hope for the 27-24 Panthers win, but I can't guarantee it.
Gotcha.
So man, that's tough. Um, and I'm sorry I haven't gotten to your chat messages. I'll get to them soon here.
Yeah.
But
We'll give you a chance before we dig into
yeah,
score
yeah, yeah.
predictions. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I'm afraid this might turn into 24-17
Mi-
Dolphins.
Miami.
Yeah, I'm afraid that's what's going to happen because we don't know how to take advantage of those types of offenses of defenses offensively.
Yeah, that's
I'm afraid of
that's
that, and I don't want to be right about that one.
under.
But based on Dave Canales' playbook and what we've seen from Brad,
Hmm.
it ain't looking promising. And half those points will come in garbage time.
Nah, that's a fair prediction. That's definitely a fair prediction.
Because I
Um,
feel like with Miami, they're going to stop at halftime, with like a 21-0 lead or something like that. And they'll just be like, well, okay.
mhm.
And they'll
Yeah.
stall out. Because the most they've scored is like 27 points.
Right.
So they got like one more touchdown out of it, and that'll be it. You know?
Yeah.
And it still won't be enough for us to come back because we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
We'll
Um.
probably cough the ball twice. It'll be a train wreck.
Shoot. Wondered if the pass rush will decide to come alive. I don't know.
Doubt it. Nick
Yeah.
Scorton has done absolutely nothing, by the way.
Yeah.
Can I just can I just quickly call him out? Because that has
Yeah.
been frustrating me. Um where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Nick Scorton. Where are you, buddy? There you are.
Yeah.
6'2", 257. He has 2 solo tackles. 2 solo tackles. That's it. The rest are combined tackles thus far this year. That's a problem. We need you to come alive, man. We need you to do something. Princely's got a sack already. Where are you at? You know, it really frustrates me when we waste a draft pick on a guy like this and he does absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Let me see his stats overall this year because it should be in the box. Um,
I thought he had like one or two tackles for losses, but that's about it. I think.
yeah, he had 1 tackle for loss last week.
Okay.
So this year he has 5 total tackles.
Dang.
one pass deflection, one run stuff, and a tackle for loss. That's it. That's all he's done.
Mm.
That's all he's done.
Yeah,
I'm sitting here going, that is not enough.
nah, it's definitely not enough. We
That's not enough.
gotta get these guys going.
I don't like that. If you are drafted in the second round as a pass rusher, you need to ball out. Period. I don't know what's going to get you going, man, but something's got to get you animated and get you going.
Seriously.
Because this ain't it. Oh, I just, this is the type of stuff, man. This stuff separates itself in the stat boards. Get motivated, please. Win, please. In every area, please win.
Yeah, like we need it. We need it. But yeah, go check out your
Let's
comments.
let's get these. Let's
Yeah,
get these. I apologize for holding out this long for you guys. But sometimes I got to get some stuff out. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Um, Shout out to Marcos Cash. He says, "I'm back with you. What's the topic? Um, the Dolphins game, man. In general, just getting ourselves back on track. Um, Anything you want it to be at this point. Like we'll discuss anything you guys want. Shout out David Screws. He says, "Hey guys, what's up, dude? Hopefully get this win on Sunday. Play all three phases. Way better after last week's catastrophic loss. Facts."
yep.
Marcus Cash says, "Chilling with
You ain't
some
lying.
uh makers, making Sprite. Got some fajitas and chicken wings, some beef sausage, and a barbecue pit. That's what's up, man.
Dang, he went in.
Yeah, man, eating good, my man."
Shoot.
I got a feeling whoever wins this game has a chance to put up a 6 to 8 win season. The lover, on the other hand, is handed a top 5 pick in 2026. Ooh.
Oh yeah, considering both teams are going in
Mm-hmm.
at 1-3 records. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, if the direction here is to go for a top 5 pick, let us know that, Dave. Let us know that in some subtle way. Let us know that.
Hmm.
That only we can pick up on. We're very intelligent people. We can figure this out, okay? Just drop a subtle hint that you know Tepper's not going to figure out. And, let us know that so that we can strategize something. I can sell that to the public. You know what I mean? I can say, okay, this is what we're doing this year. We don't feel like we have enough talent to try for the division. All right, top 5 pick it is. Fine. What do you have in mind? You know. But if you don't have a plan, what are we doing here?
Right.
You either want to win or you don't. You wanted to win when we beat Atlanta, but now you don't want to win. Which one is it? I feel like I'm sitting behind somebody in a drive-through at a freaking McDonald's just trying to figure out what they want to eat.
Dang.
It's like, come on, bro, make a decision. Do you want to win or you don't? You like make a decision so I can order my food. You know what I mean? It's crazy like that, man. It's crazy. We got so many coaches like that, and they come to Carolina, and I'm just like, come on, dog. You're killing me.
You're killing me, Smalls.
You're killing me, Small. Man. David Screw says, we have the talent, use it, and stop making excuses on execution. Facts.
Exactly.
Appreciate it, David. Start complaining about the play calling, Mr. Dave Canales. You better get this team going with good play calling and execution. Yeah. Start taking accountability for your lack of play call,
That's right.
please. Look at Dabo Swinney. He took accountability for his lack of coaching these guys. They're 1-3 right now. We're 1-3. Notice the difference in coaching styles. That's what I want you to start doing, Dave. God, dang it, it's not that hard. All this underneath checkdowns has to stop. Ren Gaming says throws have to be tighter to T-Mac. Agreed.
Yeah.
Why isn't our OC calling plays? Oh my god.
Uh-oh. You good?
Yeah. Did you even watch the preseason Rain Gaming? Dude, you just made me laugh so much I almost choked. Bruh. Have you been watching the preseason at all? That was Brad calling plays. And it was abysmal. Bro, you don't want Brad calling plays. You don't want that. You don't know what you're asking for. You seriously don't. Everybody that wants Brad to call plays, you don't know what you're asking for. Because it was trash.
I'm still just trying to figure out what's he doing there because
It was pure trash. The dude is a glorified pencil pusher at this point. He's a glorified water boy at OC. You want that calling your plays? Bro, I could get a hobo off the side of the street that could call better plays than that.
oof.
It was pathetic. Dude, my offense would be more effective in preseason than that garbage. And I'd have at least 5 wide receivers on the freaking IR by the time I'm done. But at least we won.
Mm.
At least we put points on the board. And I demand strictness. You know, I demand execution. I'm not soft. I'm not here to be people's buddies.
That's right. Let him know.
If I was OC, I'm not here to give you a hug and tell you, oh, it's gonna be okay. You dropped a pass. You know, just come out there and do it tomorrow. No, that's not me. As an OC, I'm gonna put you on the jug machine. And I'm gonna say, catch these balls. You're here for an hour. Catch the balls. That's the type of coach I would be.
Mm-hmm.
I've got balls. And that's what I need is for Dave Canales to drop a pair and stop being soft. You're in the NFL, man. This ain't the little leagues. This isn't high school.
Got that right.
This is NFL. This is a grown man sport. Grow a pair and be a coach. You might get away with half this crap in college, against softer teams in college, but you ain't getting away with it here. And these other teams are letting you know that. They're seeing this crap on film, and they're letting you know that. They're not talking about it. They're just doing it. So, yeah. Oh, this little cute underneath check down crap. Yeah, that's got to stop.
Agreed.
That's not working.
Got to get it out.
Throws have to be tighter to T-Mac. I agree.
Yeah. Got to get it out.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Wow, thanks. Keep pounding. Thank you for the sub. Thank you.
Oh,
I
there you go.
appreciate you, and I love you. I
Nice.
love you. You sub to me, and I love you. We're family. Everybody that is a sub and a follower here, man, you're a family to me, and to Blitz as well. We're one big umbrella here, man. You know what I mean? And we're one big family
The
as
keep
Panthers fans.
the keep pounding nation. Let's go.
Yes. And I love every minute of it. You know, I love all these real good people that are here, man. And let me just say this because I personally watched Chad rescue two people, you know, just yesterday that have been in trouble. Um, One of them is our co-founder Carol. We're buying her a car, and I really didn't want to announce this publicly, but you know, but I wanted to use this as an example of the type of people we have here.
There
You
you
know,
go.
and he also rescued David in a tough situation too. I'm not going to make your situation public unless you want me to, David. But you know, my whole thing is like these people in this group. Yeah, we talk about football. We debate. We get pissed off at the team. We do this, that, and the third. But at the end
Right.
of the day, life is what matters, and
Yep.
we all recognize that. And we all come together as a village to help each other out, and it's the most beautiful thing ever. This is what we created together, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
We created this, and it's beautiful. I, I'm just so proud watching this, you know, because watching that in action is it's a culmination of everything I've put together and worked for what 3.5 years now
Yep.
with this channel. What maybe a 6 or 7 now, right?
Oh, there you go.
Because the first 2 years I pretty much did all that by myself. But, you know, um, the the identity and the culture that we have created here has still remained the same, even throughout all of this. And there's something to really be said for that, that we have remained consistent with that. And we have
Yeah.
not allowed the toxicity to take over this channel. I'm so proud of each and every one of you for not allowing that toxicity to take over this channel and for being good people. That's I'm watching 600 subs, you know, and I see all these millions of subs that everybody else gets, you know, and they're getting paid and they're doing all this other stuff, all this other toxic things, you know, as well as getting paid, which there's nothing wrong with the hustle. You know,
Yeah.
you do what you
Yeah.
do to
Do
make yourself successful,
do
but
your thing.
you come in here and everybody is kind to each other. We're
Yes.
upholding the standards.
Absolutely.
And I would rather have this 600 sub count stay exactly how it is for the next 20 years than I would have a million subscribers and have everybody be toxic any day of the week. Because I know who each and every one of you are that is coming in here and being awesome as people. And it's a blessing. And I'm thankful for it every single day.
There we
You
go.
know, everybody's on a singular mission to make this channel great and and to help others and to help the team and to stay on mission. You know, as far as like giving advice and having meaningful discussions that actually propel us forward. You know, and stuff that we can give to the team to help them. This is exactly what we set out to do, folks. And I love it. I love every second of it. What we're doing is important.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Every single day, it's important. What we say, what we do, our actions, they're important. You know? And yes, I do go on roast fests of this team because they do deserve it. But at the end of the day, remember, it's tough love. That's what's different about what we do versus what everybody else is doing. It's tough love. So when we say these things, when we call these players out, yeah, would we absolutely have a conversation with these guys over dinner? Sure.
Right.
But at the same time, would we say the exact same things to them in person that we're saying right now? Absolutely. Because I want your betterment. I love every person in this organization, and I want you to be better than you were yesterday. It's personal growth. If your goal on this team is not personal growth, then you're wasting our time, you know, as players, with all due respect. Because that's what that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get to a point where we can succeed and win games. Management, same to you. If your goal is not to be better than you were yesterday, then what are you really doing here? You're supposed to be leading these guys. What are you really doing? Ask yourselves what you're accomplishing by being here.
Remains to be seen.
I'm
That's for
I'm
sure.
dead serious. Tally up what you have done here and say, was it positive or negative towards this organization? Take your bias out of it and be serious with it. And then reflect. What would you do differently if you had a second chance? And then consider the fact that you do have a second chance. Today is your second chance. Do something with it. Don't sit on it. Don't settle. Do something with it.
Exactly.
Come out there and win in every way possible. OTAs, you know, practices, weight room,
Right.
training staff, nutrition, you name it.
The works.
Just win in every way. And you will see results. Put 110% into everything you do, and you will see results.
True that.
Keep pounding through your pain, your frustration, your blood, your sweat, your tears. Keep pounding through it, and you'll find success. Um, since I mentioned the medical stuff, I want to quickly cover this real quick because this is important.
Okay.
Um, we've seen a number of injuries with hamstring injuries. You remember I mentioned that before?
Yes, you did. Mm-hmm.
My aunt is a registered nurse, and we had a meaningful discussion about this.
Okay.
And what we discovered is nutrition can cause malnourishment. It can cause dehydration.
Right.
It can cause a number of things. So that could be one of 100 different factors, as far as why we're experiencing so many of these hamstring injuries and stuff like this. So, and the other thing is the coaching, because you have to look at the stretches and basic drills that we're doing. Are we overworking the players? Because do you remember when there was this report about them having to drink a lot of water during regular season practices? Because I remember that article, and I was just like, hold on a minute. And then I put two and two together. Dehydration, overworking the players on drills, malnourishment. And it put the pieces together so well for me. And I was just like, whoa.
Uh-huh.
Do we need to start really taking that a little more seriously and start scaling back a little bit as far as our expectations of drills? But not so much that we become lazy and soft and undisciplined. We need to address what type of drills we're doing, how we're doing them, and why we're doing the way we're doing them. That's the point I'm trying to make with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise you're going to continue to see health issues multiple times during the season. And the answer is not, okay, let's go spend money. Let's go get somebody, from practice squads. The answer is not replacing, it's fixing.
Right.
There's certain things you can do to fix that stuff. Remember how I said you can fix um, certain injuries, but you can't fix football related injuries?
Right.
That's the point I'm trying to make with that. We need to start really taking that seriously because availability is the best ability on Sundays. If these guys are constantly hurt, they cannot play on Sunday, which hurts our chances of winning
This is true.
and being used effectively. Whether the coach uses them effectively or not during a game, it won't matter if they're not available on Sunday. So we need to take a closer look at that, because Ron Rivera's training staff was investigated for just that exact reason. He was playing these guys before they were fully ready to play.
Right.
He was saying, okay, the player wants to play, let's put him in. They could literally be 50-50 on health, and he would put him in
Yep. Good point.
and risk the biscuit just to save his job. And that's what pissed me off so much that last year. Because I was like, there's no way that you're risking these guys for bigger injuries just to win a meaningless game. Like, Ron, what are you thinking? That really triggered, but that's stuff that he did, as far as the cancer changing his personality. So I'm letting that go. But we do not want to make that same mistake again, ever again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm asking you, coaches, players, learn from this, please. Do things differently this time. Because you don't want to be on a stretcher for a whole year and out for the whole year. Like Tyreek Hill.
Yeah. And man, that was a nasty injury too.
That's the stuff that's football injuries. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But stuff like uh XL and Coker, if we don't manage this stuff properly, this could set them back for years,
Yep.
health wise. You got players that are retired players in the NFL that are still complaining about some of the injuries that they got, and they're still asking for money to cover said injuries, and the NFL will not give it to them. It's sickening,
Yeah, it's pretty
but the
crazy.
NFL is greedy. Let's call it what it is. They're greedy. No one else will say it. I will say it. They're greedy. And it's causing all kinds of problems, which we're not going to get into today. Um, but the main focus was the health. Um, because if you mismanage your players, that's what can happen.
Right. Um. Did you get through all your comments?
I did.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Did you have any?
No. No.
All right.
So run
Game predictions then.
game
Right.
predictions. Okay. So we already know San Fran with the overtime victory over the Rams this week.
I would have picked San Fran.
Yeah, that really could have gone either way, but man,
I'm
quite a
impressed with LA's offense.
yeah. Um, okay. Sunday, we got a international game that'll be on at 9:30 in the morning from London, England, and that is the Vikings versus the Browns.
This game could be a lot more interesting than people think it is. Because if you've been following the Browns, um, they've they put up some tight ones against the Bengals. Of course, they got blown out by the Ravens because that was Lamar Jackson. But
Right.
the following week, 13-10 against the Packers. Even though they lost that game, look at the defense they played
Right.
against the Packers, and it stands to as something you need to pay attention to
You know what?
because they did the following thing against the Bengals too, 17-60.
Yeah, exactly. 'Cause I was actually going to mention that. Um, honestly, I'm actually going to go with Cleveland to win.
I did a little bit of digging on this Cleveland D line, and I'm really impressed with this Cleveland D line. It's something that is worth watching.
Uh huh.
As far as the international game, as far as the secondary, that's where they're getting cooked. Against bigger teams like the Ravens and the Lions because they've got uh, Jared Goff and Lamar Jackson. But if you pair that against an average quarterback, um, who is Minnesota starting for this game? Wentz.
Yes, since McCarthy's still out.
Okay, Wentz is an above average quarterback.
Yeah.
So let's call him what he is, and let's say, okay, he's got all his weapons still. The left guard is out, so you're going to see Joe Huber
Mhm.
for that game. The right tackle is also out. Justin Skull will be coming in, and you've already got two offensive linemen on the IR for Minnesota. Um, Plus two running backs and a wide receiver. So this is they're running out of weapons and they're running out of protection from these pass rushers that are coming in nonstop against the
Right.
Vikings. If you look at the schedule the Vikings have had, this has been Chicago has some strong pass rushers right now. Atlanta, sort of strong. Cincinnati's got garbage pass rushers, but Pittsburgh has some strong pass rushers. So it's been nonstop pass rushers that are coming at them. And then you got the Cleveland D line now. And then Philadelphia is next after that. You got the Chargers, then Detroit, then Baltimore again, and Chicago again. Green Bay. And then it finally starts to settle down around Seattle around week 13. So throughout that entire time, that O line is being thoroughly cooked, for Minnesota with two people out. I don't know how that O line's going to survive this season. And I'm afraid that Carson Wentz is going to get sacked a lot because you've got two starting offensive linemen out. So I'm going to go Browns
Browns.
based on that knowledge. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm both in agreement. Oh, quick comment. Joe Valesco says if Bryce doesn't perform well, is it too early to say let's find a new quarterback? Like, if he doesn't perform well this Sunday, find a new quarterback? I mean,
it's not that simple because the play calling is garbage and Coach Canales is not putting him in proper spots to win.
I mean,
Our defense is not getting off the field as well, which puts pressure on the offense to keep scoring.
I mean, I don't mean to be, that guy, but Joe Valesco, quarterbacks don't grow on trees, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I
and I
mean,
think we have a solid one, but there's a lot of different factors involved. It's not just Bryce's play
like you,
performance at this point that's
like,
at stake.
like Joe Valesco, you got to understand that it's more than just the quarterback. There's a lot of things that's wrong with this team.
Yeah,
You're only speaking on one thing, and
yep.
I'm willing to bet money, even with a quarterback change, which might be a start, still won't be enough.
Right.
you gotta look at how the whole team does, not just one piece. That's only one piece. Cause
And if you look at Derek Anderson, he was overthrowing passes last week too when he was put in.
yeah, cause guess what, Joe Valesco?
I
We
mean, Andy
we
Dalton, my bad.
nah you yeah I knew what you meant. Cause guess what, Joel? We do that, and then what if what happens turns around, Bryce goes somewhere else and he balls out? Then you're gonna make the same complaint as we did before when we did that with Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield, and it'll be
Yep.
just a repeating
Yep.
cycle.
Yep.
Like, for our sake, we better hope that Bryce can get it together.
Yep.
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
you got folks out there that look forward to him failing and those that actually want him to bounce back. But,
Yep.
I mean, if he doesn't perform well in this game, I mean, benching may be one thing, but to just up and say find a new quarterback just like that,
Mm.
it don't work that way, bro. It don't work that way. Now
I
if it's
see you've been watching all these other streamers. They've
now if it's like at the end of the season, that's
been harping on this crap.
if it's like at the end of the season, that's one thing, but I mean, here it is week 5. Like,
Exactly.
you know, and like I said, it's not all it hasn't all been him. He's just one piece.
Correct.
Cuz here's the thing. You get a new quarterback, well what if we still have the same play calling? You get a new
Yep.
quarterback, what if, the receivers still aren't making the catches? It's just one piece, bro. It's just one piece.
Exactly. Last I checked, there were 52 other players on this team. People put way too much tunnel vision emphasis on the quarterback position.
Okay.
Sorry, but it needs to be said. I hope that doesn't burst people's bubbles.
Um. Oh, this ought to be interesting. The Raiders at the Colts.
Raiders of the Colts.
Colts have been on a roll, surprisingly,
Yeah,
and they more and more they're starting to become a threat. So I'm actually going to go with the Colts.
I am too. Um, let's see what's going on with the Raiders, though. I need to see something with the Raiders because they just lost to the Chargers, Commanders, and the Bears. Their last game against the Bears was 25-24. So that's an interestingly close score.
Yeah, that is close.
Yeah. They got blown out by the Chargers, blown out by Washington. So, and they barely beat New England. So I'm not taking the Raiders seriously at all right now. Sorry, I'm not. This is going to be a 14-point win for the Colts.
Yep, I'm in agreement. Definitely Colts for the win.
Max Crosby's hurt with a knee injury, by the way.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
that that's a massive blow. Okay, now it's going to get even more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Giants at Saints.
Okay, battle of the trash teams.
Yeah, and the Giants just lost.
Let's do this.
The
Let's do
Giants,
this. The Saints are 0-4.
yeah, and the Giants just lost Malik Neighbors for the season.
But here's the interesting thing. They got a win over the Chargers
That is
last week.
true. That is true.
Yes, they lost to the Commanders. Yes, they lost to the Cowboys. Yes, they lost to the Chiefs. But look at how they lost. Okay, so Washington's been blowing people out. Do I completely buy into Washington at this point? Not exactly. Because you had soft schedule. Cowboys. Look at the score of this 40-37. How many teams have high scored shootouts with the Cowboys so far. You can count 3 games out of the 4 that have been high score shootouts with the Cowboys. So that checks, you know, that their offense is for real.
Right.
When they're allowed to do what they need to do. It's average, but it checks, you
Right.
know. So when you see that score of 21-18, that checks because that makes sense that offense would be a 21-point offense
Mhm.
against a strong team like the Chargers. Defensively, they actually held the Chiefs to 22. That's not bad.
Not bad at all. No.
Yeah. You held the Commanders to 21 points, which it could have been a lot higher than that because they beat somebody like 40 points to something, right? So you cut that offense in half. So do I buy into the Giants right now? Yes, I do. Um, and I think they're a little better than that 1-3 record, if
And
I'm being honest right now.
not only that, but the Saints just are a trash team. Like
Yeah,
they haven't really been able to get anything going.
yeah, they have been garbage. So I think this is going to be the Giants' bounce back game here.
Yeah, I'm going Giants as well.
They still have to deal with the Eagles the following week, which they're going to get absolutely destroyed on Prime Video. So that's going to be bad. But you can get a little soft win over the Saints here. That would be great, Giants. I would
Right.
like to see that. Show me you're legitimate.
So we're in agreement. Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this next one's kind of an interesting matchup as well. Cowboys at the Jets.
This is yet again going to be another shootout. And as I mentioned before, if you look at some of the scores of the Giants games, you're looking at a 40-37 win over the Giants already. You're looking at a 24-20 score with the Eagles. You're looking at the Bears shut down the Cowboys offense to 14 points,
Right.
which was fascinating to me. The defense has been consistently trash for the Cowboys. And then the Cowboys offense got it back together against the Packers and went for a 40-40 tie.
Right. Which was
So do I
insane.
buy into that Cowboys offense? Yes. But their defense is horrendously bad.
Right.
You're talking about the only week that they actually did well was against the Eagles.
Right.
They gave up 24 against the Eagles. They gave up 37 against the Giants. They gave up 31 against the Bears, and then 40 against the Packers. Horrendous numbers. So if the Cowboys can't figure out how to get that defense under control, and they can't get that kicking game under control, they're cooked. The Jets. The Jets are a very dangerous team. Do I buy into that 0-4? Absolutely not. And here's why. If you look at that Jets offense, that is a scary offense. They scored 32 against the Steelers. They put up 27 against the Buccaneers. They put up 21 against the Dolphins last week.
Mm-hmm.
And if Steve Wilkes figures out that defense, this could easily be a very, very scary Jets team very quickly. Because if you look at their schedule, there is a potential of 9 wins, but they've got to start winning right now if they want it. It's got to start with the Cowboys
So
in the highest. high scoring shootout.
So I'm gonna get crazy with it. Jets win in overtime.
I think Jets win in regular time with a
Oh,
game winning field goal.
oh, okay.
Yep.
Wow, so we're both in agreement. The Jets for the win.
I
They
think that
pick up their first
they'll
win.
get a block kick against the Cowboys as well. Calling that too.
Okay,
They've
we're
really had a lot of success with block kicks lately.
we're going Jets to get their first win of the season. All right. All right. Next, Broncos at Eagles.
That's an easy one for me. Eagles. They improved to 5-0.
You know what? This is actually my upset pick. I'm going Denver after coming very close to almost beating the Colts and the Chargers. They're a team that keeps themselves in the game. And
Mm.
I truly believe with how they've been playing, I think they're going to give Philly their first loss.
I think this game might be a little tougher than everybody thinks it will. But the Eagles have been getting lucky because when you're playing the Eagles or the Chiefs nowadays and it's a close game, you have to consider the bullshit factor.
Right.
Okay? That's what I call it, is the bullshit factor. Because when you come down to the last 5 minutes, anything can happen.
It is what it is.
We had a block kick and a 300-pound man got a touchdown running at 70 yards. And he had to immediately go over there and get some oxygen. But the Eagles won because of that right there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was ridiculous. So, yeah, the bullshit factor is definitely in play with the Eagles. Um, I'm still going to say Eagles on this one, but in a close one. And the reason I say that is the Broncos do have an offense.
Uh
If
huh.
you look at the Colts and the Chargers game, like you said, the Colts score 28 points that they got against the Colts was impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's not a slouch defense, folks. That Colts defense is for real. Um, and then they got 20 points against the Chargers in a close game. And they scored 20 against the Titans, but that game should have been higher. Let's be honest, that should have been higher. So they still got some kinks to work out with that offense of theirs, but I think once they get that figured out, this could be a very interesting Broncos team. And they're going to give some teams some trouble down the road.
But you're
Uh,
still sticking with Eagles.
yes, for now the Eagles have more talent, they've got more skill, and the BS factor involved.
Fair enough.
5-0 Eagles.
Alrighty. And we did Carolina, Miami. You went Miami. I went Carolina.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay. Texans at Ravens.
Ravens, easy one. Texans are garbage right now.
Even with no Lamar Jackson, eh?
Although I will say this, Lamar Jackson's backup is garbage too.
Let's see who's his backup.
Cooper Rush is just not it for Baltimore.
Oh,
This dude is just not it. And even as a backup quarterback, he's not it.
well, I think they still have enough firepower to withstand the Texans. So I'm going to go Ravens as well.
Um, You know what? This might be my upset pick because CJ Stroud is still playing, and he needs a bounce back game badly.
Yeah, well, they destroyed the Texans, or not Texans, the Titans, 26-zip. That was their most recent win.
Yeah, that's not convincing to me.
Right.
I need a little bit more from the Texans if you're going to convince me that this team is starting to get it together.
Yeah.
You lost to the Jaguars, which is a trash team. Now that Buccaneers score, that I believe, that I buy into, 20-19, because that shows me that Houston does have a defense. They still need to get their offense working, but that defense is for real.
Yeah.
You held the Rams to 14 points. You held the Jaguars to 17. You held a Titans team to nothing. That's a good Texans defense right there. Because that's what the score should look like with that defense. Now, offensively, trash. 9 points against the Rams, really? 19 against the Buccaneers, really? Does that look like an offense that has it together to you? 10 points against the Jags with a garbage Jags secondary? Ugh. So that 26-0 does not fool me at all.
Mm.
Sorry, it does not.
Well, fair enough.
But it's still better than Cooper Rush. Um, so realistically, it comes down to defenses, and Houston has the better defense, so I'm going Houston
All
on
right.
this one.
You're going Houston. I'm staying home with.
Upset pick of the week.
I'm staying home with
People are not
Baltimore.
going to see that one coming, but I'm telling you, it's coming.
All right. Titans at Cardinals.
What's going on, Lock Poppy? How you doing, man? Cardinals. Let's see. Let's see.
I'm going Cardinals. This one's easy.
Oh yeah, Arizona still needs to work on their defense. They give up 23 to Seattle. They give up 22 to us. And then
Yeah.
they gave up 20 to the Saints. Yeah, they really need to get themselves back together. This Titans game will be a big opportunity for the Cardinals to get right here.
True. So Cardinals across the board.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Oh, this ought to be interesting. Buccaneers at Seahawks.
Interesting game right here.
Yep. Both teams 3-1.
Let's start with the Buccaneers. Let's start with that.
So the Bucks lost to the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Seattle lost to the Niners. And the funny thing is, Bucks went on a 3-game win streak, then lost. The Seahawks lost their first game and then went on a 3-game win streak.
Okay. I'm looking at these scores, and the Buccaneers offense is for real.
Yes.
That's what I'm noticing right away. Because if you're able to keep up with the Eagles offensively, you're doing something right. Even though you lost, you still put up 25. That's a sign of an offense that's doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
You kept up with Justin Fields in New York, 27 to 29. You put up 29 points. Okay, cool. That offense is real. It's that defense they need to work on.
Yeah, because those scores are pretty dang on close.
I'm not going to fault you for Justin Fields getting the 27, and I'm also not going to fault you for Jalen Hurts getting the 31 on you. So at this point, I'm looking at these first two. How did you do in the first two defensively? 20 points to the Falcons, 19 to the Texans, which is mid. So, I mean, there's some stuff to work out with that defense, but, there's a lot of upside. There's a lot of upside.
Man, that's gonna be crazy. Sam Darnold and Baker
Yeah,
Mayfield going at it. That's gonna be crazy.
yeah. I would like to see who comes out the better quarterback
Yeah.
here. Okay, with Seattle, you're doing with a strong 49ers defense. They held you to 13 points. All right. So then you go out and you put up 31 against the Steelers, and that Steelers defense is actually not that bad right now. So understandable. 44-13. Yeah, your offense is for real. Your offense is for real, Seattle. I see it. I see it clear as day. Because if you're putting a 44 against the Saints and then 23 against the Cardinals, yeah, it's real. Um, so looking at the injuries, I see that Josh Jones did not participate. DeMarcus Lawrence did not participate in practice. Julian Love, who was a safety, did not participate. And then you've got Witherspoon with the knee injury, did not participate on Wednesday practice. So Nick Amwari, the brand new safety, full participation though. That's what caught my attention right away in that list. So it caught my eye while looking at all of this. Because this is going to come down to who's healthy and who isn't on defense. Yeah, because we know it's going to be a shootout. It's going to be which defense is better. So looking at Seattle, they give up 17 to the 49ers. They give up 17 to the Steelers, 13 to the Saints, and then 20 to the Cardinals. Yeah, I buy into the Seattle defense. I buy it. I think it's legit. Versus Tampa's defense. 2019. Okay. Here's the trick with Tampa's defense. We know it's solid up until they play a quality quarterback. The last 2 weeks, they've played quality quarterbacks. I'm going to say the same thing is going to happen to them this time. I may have to go Seattle on this one.
Seattle? Okay.
Because of the fact that when Tampa's defense is tested by a legitimate quarterback, they get cooked. That's 2 weeks in a row they've been cooked. It's about to be 3 weeks in a row they're going to get cooked. As opposed to Seattle's defense, which has been solid against major quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers in battle testing. And they've passed the test. So, yeah. I'm going Seattle. And I would love to see another Tampa loss. Please.
I'm
I think we
actually
would all love to see that.
I'm actually gonna agree. I'm going Seattle as well. And I'm even really hoping for that because it would definitely help as far as, Tampa Bay being our division.
That would be wonderful. Got a couple comments. Lot Property says, need the Panthers to win, man. Was low key and a crappy mood when I think that our team could win, but loses by a million. Did some work in Boa this week. Got some cool videos of the locker room if you want me to share. Oh, yes, please. Saw Dave Canales talking to his wife. Didn't want to bother him. Wanted a picture very bad, but didn't want to bother him. Fair enough. You know, you got to be respectful. They're people after all. Celebrities are people. Sports people are people. End of the day, so you got to be respectful. Same day you cut DJ Johnson. By the way, he did seem very distressed. When I saw him probably who he cut. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, please do provide those videos if you'd like us to post them. We have to be respectful of the organization too, because if they don't want those videos put out, then we won't put them out. But if they're cool with it, we'll put them out. We'll show them. But I just want to be respectful.
Yeah.
I don't want to get in trouble with these people over that. And I don't think you do either. All right, next one.
Lions at Bengals.
Lions, easy.
Yeah. Since Cincinnati, since losing Joe Burrow, they've taken quite a hit, and
Good Lord. Like, Joe Burrow's backup is booty cheeks.
Oh, Jake Browning.
He is straight booty cheeks.
Yeah.
If you were watching that Bengals game and you were a Bengals fan, you were going, what in the world am I watching? Get this clown off my field. It was that bad. I was watching absolute trouncing of that game. Against Denver.
Yeah.
And Denver isn't exactly spectacular right now, but they made themselves look like a freaking Super Bowl contender against you guys. That's embarrassing. Cincinnati, that's just no. Your team is booty cheeks.
Yep.
Let's put it that way. You beat Cleveland 17-16, okay, but nobody was really looking at Cleveland in the first week. And they still held your offense to 17 points. You beat Jacksonville 31-27, but your defense is trash. You gave up 27.
Yeah.
You got absolutely murdered by Minnesota. And then Denver absolutely put you into the ground too. Tell me what Detroit is going to do. Tell me what Green Bay is going to do. Pittsburgh, New York, Chicago, and then Pittsburgh again, all coming up next for you. Your season's cooked. I'm sorry. Your season is cooked. You got Baltimore, you've got Buffalo, you've got Baltimore again, and by that point, Lamar's probably going to be back for those two games in week 13 and 15. You've got Tua to deal with in Miami. And then Arizona is probably going to be in the fight for a playoff spot too by 17.
Yeah.
And then Cleveland again with that D line. Dude, you guys are so cooked. I'm sorry. Cincinnati, you're done.
Yeah.
I'm calling it a season for you guys. Sorry, I'm calling it a season. If you cannot beat Denver, if you cannot beat Minnesota, or at least put up a good fight against Minnesota, you're cooked.
Yeah.
If you would have at least put up a good fight against Minnesota, I would have said maybe they've got a shot.
Yeah.
But without Joe Burrow, you're done. Pack it in, get your top 10 Get your top 5 draft pick and call it a year.
Lions across the board. Yeah,
Yep,
that is a pretty simple one. Okay,
easy.
these remaining ones, I may have to go quick because I actually have to go
Yeah,
shortly.
sure, sure.
Um, Commanders at Chargers. This one's
This is an
tough.
interesting one. I think the Chargers look legitimate right now. They beat the Chiefs, they beat the Raiders, they beat the Broncos. That's all. That's the trifecta in their division right now, which hasn't been done in a long time. If you're a Chargers fan,
Right.
that's impressive. You did take the loss to the Giants, 21-18, which is not what you're looking for. So you need a bounce back game against the Commanders. This has got to be a convincing win over a tough Washington team. So taking a look at Washington,
I think it'll at least be
uh,
close. I think it'll at least be close.
they blew out the Raiders. They blew out the Giants. They got blown out by the Packers, and then they lost to the Falcons, who finally got it together last week. So this is a streaky Washington team. I'm going to see Chargers.
I'm gonna have to agree. I think it'll be very close, but I think the Chargers take it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I mean, Washington
Yeah.
could upset, but we'll see. But I'm gonna be in agreement. Chargers for the win.
Mm-hmm.
So this next one, hmm.
And you guys are welcome to put up game predictions if you wish in chat.
Patriots at Bills.
Patriots and Bills. Bills, easy one.
Yeah, way too easy. I
The
mean, I know
Bills are about to bring you guys back down to earth.
pretty much.
They're gonna humble you guys real quick.
And then this Monday nighter, this actually will be a good test for the home team. Chiefs at Jaguars.
I think the Chiefs have finally figured out that offense last week. There's still some issues with it, but I think they finally got it fixed against the Ravens. I'm gonna go Chiefs on this one. Jaguars are still really struggling to put up any points. This is gonna be a blowout. Chiefs.
Well, I thought about it, and really, the one big win Jacksonville has had, I mean, they did beat the Niners. That was pretty big.
Correct.
They're going to really be tested in this. And them being first in the AFC South is not something that I'm used to seeing, especially not in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
Do I buy into the Jaguars defense? Yes. Do I
it
buy into the Jaguars offense? No.
it really it's hard to bet against the Chiefs. It's really hard to bet against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So I got to go with the Chiefs as well. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it would be nice if Jacksonville pulled it off, but I don't
Mm.
think they quite have enough
Mm.
um, to do so.
Yeah.
But this is a very interesting week. Very interesting week. Um,
Yeah.
and as a matter of fact, I believe um, the Eagles are the only undefeated team left. No, no. The Bills.
The Bills are as well. Okay. Yep. I
Oh,
was incorrect about that last stream. I thought it was just the Eagles. I apologize. to my viewers.
No worries. But yeah, so well,
Yeah.
we'll see if they can both. I think there's a chance they could definitely both still be undefeated. But like I said, I'm picking Denver to upset Philly. So we'll see how it goes. But Carolina, get the freaking win on Sunday. Just if nothing else, just get the freaking win on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Quit messing around. Quit being nice. Get mad. Get aggressive. Um. Okay. Uh. Go ahead and plug in your socials.
I got a couple of chat messages real quick.
Oh yeah,
The
do that.
video is simple. It's not in the locker room, but it's longer. How can I share the video with you? Can I do it via Twitter? Um, I'll be here Sunday. So, Blitz, thank you for doing this with us. My
Yeah.
copy says.
Yes, indeed.
Um, Never mind. I just sent the video. Okay. You didn't send it through chat because I didn't see the link. Loud Pack Luck says Miami 35, Carolina 7. Oof.
Dang. Well.
And I can't say he's not on target with that because we've had some terrible games like that.
Right.
Schedule, yeah. And I hate to admit that, but at the same time, we got to be realistic. That's a very real possible score.
Yeah. That much is true.
Um, as far as the video, is that relevant before the game that we need to put this in stream or Black Puppy, or can we wait till like post game on Sunday? Oh, it's in my Twitter. You say it's short. Okay. Let's see. You sent it to my Twitter or his? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. Big equipment locker room stuff here. A lot of shoes, cleats. There's all the Panthers jerseys. Okay, cool. Very
Interesting.
cool. Yeah.
Uh oh. Dang, that's a lot of shiz.
Yeah. That was interesting. Yeah, it's not relevant, but cool show of the locker room. Yep, for sure. Speaking of the Packer game, I mean, Tom Grossi was not happy that ended up in a tie. And neither were several Packers fans that were around the league, too. So, I mean, you look at it and you just go, okay, that's your ice up moment, Green Bay. Dallas fans were heated too. They're just like, really? You do all that just to end in a tie? It's like, ugh. And honestly, it calls into question like why you put the tie rule in, Roger Goodell. Because like, why did we vote that in? You play to have a winner. Okay, so if that's the statement we're using, then why put that rule into place? You play to win the game, right? Apparently not. You play to tie if you tie. So, but yeah, big game on Saturday is Clemson and North Carolina. Bill Belichick run North Carolina Tar Heels. So I'm thinking I may try to react to that game. We'll see. So if anyone's around and interested in that, I'll see if I can make that happen for you guys. Because I'm a big Clemson fan and I cannot stand Bill Belichick at all. So I've got twice the reason to root for my Tigers on that game.
There you go.
That would be such a sweet turnaround for Clemson to get that win right there. That would be a big statement. It might get them back in. We'll see. But that's. Is there anything else we really need to cover?
If you
I know
don't,
there was a few.
if you don't have any other comments, go ahead and plug in your socials. Just because I gotta bounce soon.
Oh, okay. We're gonna keep going on my channel, but once he bounces. But for his channel, it's Shadow Warrior 645 on Instagram with 1W. If you want to get a hold of me, and through the Keep Pounding Facebook group page in all caps. And also, shout out to Monster Sub and Grub. Get yourself a tasty sub out in Spartanburg, South Carolina. The owner's a Panthers fan, and he helped us stream out there in his restaurant. So much love to him. So if you're out there, go check him out. And those amazing subs.
Yes, indeed.
Let's see. Just wanted to see Bryce or Chuba or someone. Will you and Blitz be reacting to the game on Sunday together? I know I will be. I can't speak for him, but I know I will be. Thanks for your time, Blitz. We appreciate you always.
Appreciate you as well.
Yeah, Black Puppy says. Super Trebo says, sup guys, did you all hear about the Meow Mix Panthers podcast? You got frustrated with Panthers and quit his podcast about talking about how the Panthers he's fed up. Yes. That's who he was talking about, but he didn't want to mention any names. Oh boy. There was also something about the horse too. One of the podcasters mentioned something about humping a horse or something like that. I heard something about that a while back, and I was like, "What?
What?
I don't know."
That was weird.
This fan base is wild, man. It's oh man. There's so many weird things that happen in this fan base. I don't know what to say anymore.
Yeah, that's crazy. This is really
I
crazy.
honestly don't, dude. Monster Sub and Grubs, check out DM. Check them out. Appreciate them for helping us. Wasn't Corey and Jason out? Yep.
Yes.
For sure. Thank you for getting me back on track.
No, you're good.
But yeah. If you like the opener that you see on your screen, go check out Lindara's High for videos, panels, etc. for upgrading your streaming experience and upgrading your channel. Using her last name first, Tai, TAI Lindara, LINDARA on Instagram. Fair pricing, awesome to work with, and just awesome in general. So go check her out.
Indeed.
Be sure to check out some of the other podcasters out there. C3 Podcast. We love those guys. I met them in person. Love them to death. and of course, Bleeding Carolina Blue podcast.
Shout
My
out to
buddy,
Mr.
Mr.
Carolina.
Carolina.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um, Shout out to Shellytron. Where's Shellytron at, man? We haven't heard from him in years.
Yeah,
In quite a while.
I haven't seen any activity on his channel,
Yeah.
so
Shout
yeah.
out to Pat Coltrane. Shout out to um, Unk 2020 and a few others as well. PNP and all these guys, man. And yeah, I'm staying live. I'm staying live. Y'all don't worry. I'm gonna stay live for a little bit. We might play some games, but you know, is there anything I left out? What's
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think you did a job well done.
Yeah, basically just win.
Yeah, stop playing
Just
around and
stay
win.
happy, healthy, and well, and win.
Yes, please, please. I'm saying please like Eddie Murphy said please in The Golden Child. look, look,
Oh,
look,
he went there.
look,
He
look at
went there.
look at me, Carolina. Win the game on Sunday, please. That's that's all I got.
I love it.
Oh man. But y'all keep the show going on Corey's channel. Thank y'all so much for all
Yeah.
that y'all do, for tuning in and
Yeah.
diving into these previews, but let's come back Sunday and let's hopefully we hear Sweet Caroline and hopefully it's
Mm-hmm.
because of a win and not just us randomly playing it.
Right.
So, get the win, get the job done, quit messing around. Now,
For real though.
but yeah, I'm Blitzball champ Jason Ingram. That is,
Keep pounding.
y'all continue the show. I will see y'all Sunday. Be good now.
You
God
gonna be
bless.
streaming with us?
I'll probably get on the chat, but
Okay.
just depends on how quickly I get home from church.
Sounds good.
Okay, cool deal. We'll
Yep.
catch y'all in the next video and our live stream. Head over to Corey's channel if you're not already there, and keep the show going.